What it is, guys? It's your boy BlastphamousHD. I'll be right back. Actually, you guys coming with me. What it is, peoples? What you guys getting into? Tonight we're here to tell some fight stories. Crazy ones. Lord knows I've got the goats on those. Yep. Yes. Oof. Did it? Alright, you guys. I'm getting the links off up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Hyper? What's up? Hey, what's up, John? What it is, Masters? Alright, y'all. We pulling up the music. The music. Yo, what's up, Zinni? What's up, SD? Yo, I got a lot of really good stories for you guys tonight. Oh, boy. Bruh. I have a lot of fight stories for you guys. What's up? What's up, Spider? Play TK? Always. Always playing TK. For real, for real. I'm gonna fix the camera. Like me. What's up? There we do. That's what's up. Hey, what's up, man? Play Murder, She Wrote by TK. You know what I'm saying? But if we reach a 5 in super chat, if we get a 5 in super chat, I will play TK Murder, She Wrote. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. All right, you guys. Oh, man. Yo, so, what was the title of this? What was the title of this video? What was the title? You know what I'm saying? Because I have so many fight stories that I have to know the specific title in order for me to start. Yo, what's up, Anime? What's up, Hitler? What's up, SD? What's up, Zinni? You got knocked out in school? Oh, yo, what was the exact title? Because I have a good amount of stories where I've been knocked out. You know what I'm saying? I've won some fights. I've lost some fights. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. What's up, y'all? Hope you guys are having a good night, man. I will give you $100 donation. So you'll sponsor this video for $100 if we play King Von. You know what I'm saying? I dropped the dono and I got you coming up fresh. I will immediately turn on King Von if you drop the dono. What's up, Amini? What's up? All right, so guys, type a 1 in the chat. You know what I'm saying? If you guys can hear and see all of this. Type a 2 in the chat if you guys can't hear or see none of this. Y'all can't hear none of this shit. Yo, hope you guys are having a good night, man. Hope you guys are having a productive night. Yeah, this song go hard. Lunch meat. Yo, what's up? Alright, Joe. No problem at all, SD. Alright, so if we do reach that 100 in super chat, you know what I'm saying? I will be dropping a crazy story, way crazier than the main story we're here for today. You know what I'm saying? Yo, all right, so if we reach that 100, I will tell you guys the story that nearly got me arrested. The fight that nearly got me arrested. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. If we somehow reach 600 in super chat, you know what I'm saying? If we reach our goal of 600 tonight in super chat, I will tell you guys the story of when I did get arrested over a fight. Nigga, we did about a good year. We did about a good year, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy. $1,464 is the amount of the ticket. Oh boy. You know what I'm saying? A year. And it wasn't as bad, but the food does suck. And there are no women in prison. Well, jail. There's no women in jail. You know what I'm saying? Only dudes in wigs. For real, for real. Yo, where you guys from? like this song. Dudes in wigs, yeah, that's all they had in jail. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Yep. Hey, if you guys are going to sexually harass me, at least send it in super chat. Good Lord. Have you no decorum? Oh, shit. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? If we reach $100 tonight, man, I'll tell you guys the story of when I got expelled for fighting. You know what I'm saying? Plus the story that the homie said he wanted me to tell for the 100 and don't know. You know what I'm saying? Bruh. So, you guys in super chats unlock crazier and crazier fights. You know what I'm saying? I've never really gone on my way to tell a whole bunch of fight stories on YouTube. Because, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want it to be like, I didn't want it to look like I was, just telling too much crazy stuff. Because I don't want to get demonetized for violence. I'm looking for my other nunchuck. Okay, so, with that being said, when I got knocked out at school. All right, that's an easy one, man. All right, so let me see. So you guys get to pick. Okay, so type of one in the chat if you guys want to hear the fight of when I knocked my damn self out in a fight. It's possible. You know, I didn't think it was. It's the only time it's ever happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Type of two in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of when I got beat up after school. The first fight I ever won. So type of two in the chat if you guys want to hear the first story or the first fight I ever won. A two in the chat for the first story, for the first fight I ever won. A one in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of the other one. Bruh. Yeah, for some reason when number two. Understandable. Alright. You guys want to hear the story of the first fight I ever won. Alright, so the first fight I ever won, you know what I'm saying? The first fight I ever won was I was in like 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? And it was versus this guy named Donald. Right? So this guy named Donald, he had been like attempting to bully me or whatever. And the reason why he was bullying me was because, almost hit myself there. The reason why he was bullying me was because his friend Ronald always bullied me. And because his friend Ronald always bullied me, Donald naturally just started, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, one day, you know what I'm saying, I already had so me and Donald, we were already like going at it in class or whatever, right? And Ronald was picking on me one day, who is Donald's like big friend. So Ronald's picking on me. Donald starts talking smack, you know what I'm saying? And then I say something back to Donald, right? Who's the smaller one. I say something back to Donald. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? You just mad because you dress like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you dress like Dilbert at school. Because the homie always wore like suspenders, like Urkel and shit. So he hears that and he's like, you know what? I'm going to beat you up tomorrow morning after, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to beat you up tomorrow after school. Meet me at the bike rack, you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow after school, meet me at the bike rack. So I'm like, damn, I've never been in a fight before, right? So I got so scared when I got home, you know what I'm saying? I started trying to talk to people and figure out exactly how to win a fight and all of this, you know what I'm saying? I looked it up online on how to win a fight, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. You know, I ain't really learned a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? It didn't really go good. Now, I asked one of my homeboys, you know, how do I get the energy to win a fight or how do I learn to fight? And homie, he gonna have the nerve to tell me, like, yo, you know, you just gotta drink some ginseng before you go to school. that day, and that'll give you the juice you need not to, you know, get like suspended from school for losing the fight, right? So, with that being said, I ended up the next day came, you know what I'm saying? I go to school, you know what I'm saying? And when I get there, I sit down in homeroom class and I look up at the clock. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I was scared. I ain't even gonna lie. I was hella scared because, you know, I'd never been in a fight before. It was like my very first fight. So, you know what I'm saying? I go all the way through school, and the entire way through school, you know what I'm saying? Like Donald, I see him in the hallway, he's talking smack. He's like, yo, I'ma whoop you, I'ma beat the crap out of you, all this other crap. You know what I'm saying? So I keep on going through school, I take my tests and whatnot, and by the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I'm at the bike rack, right? So I show up. Now I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to show up, I was scared shitless. But I showed up. Number 1 in the chat if you guys have ever been in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Number 2 in the chat if you guys have never been in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, chat? That's what's up. What's up, Hugo? What's up, Raven? What's up, Mr. Games? Yo, what's up, Violet? Hey, what's up, Raven? Yo, what's up, Jack James? Hey, what's up, Edward? What's up, MDR? What's up, MDJ? What's up, Mr. Jackson? What's up, Zariah? Yo, what's up, Sino? Yo, what's up? What's up, Inevitable? Hey, what's up, Fallen Rock? What's up, Zenny? Hey, what's up, Slade? What it is, homie? What's up, Tiffany Cowan? What's up, Too Nice? What's up, Heather? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Axe? What's up, Sharice? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Iceman? Hey, what it is, homie? Yeah. What's up, Maywood? What's up, Tiffany? Yeah. Hope you guys are all having a productive night, man. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Wade? What's up, Solo? Yo, what's up, Rich Mox? What's up, Violent? I thought your name was Violent. Hey, what's up, Tixel? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Connor? You know what I mean? That's what's up. Hey, what's up, Solo Dolo? What's up? All right, so with that being said, let me see. I was telling you guys the one fight story. Yeah? All right, so super chatters get to pick which fight stories I tell next. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yo, hope you guys are having a good night, man. Yo, so which story was I telling you guys? You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what's up, Bailey. That's what's up, Violet. Thank you. Hey, what's up, Rocco? What's up, Inferno? What's up, Connor Rowe? What's up, yo? Understandable. My first fight. Okay, so I get all the way to the end of the day, right? You know what I mean? School passes, everything goes off without a hitch. I'm not gonna lie, I had like 17 miniature heart attacks because I was scared to freaking fight, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit was scurry. Hella scurry. So I show up at the bike racks at the end of school, and you know, it was next to a tree that was next to the bike rack out in front of, you know, school and shit. And I show up and I'm thinking it's just me and him, and everyone shows up. Everybody shows up to Dougie. Bruh. So I'm standing there, man. I tried to reason with the dude. I was like, yo, man, maybe we can just talk about this. And the dude was like, nah, damn that. No talking. We throwing hands. So, he put his hands up. I put my hands up. And he throws, like, he comes in and he throws like one of these, And it was I guess, I don't know how, you know what I'm saying? But, instinctively, I'm just like, because I'm scared. I'm just like, and his one punch didn't get through. My hands blocked it. And the dude, when he hit me, he put so much force into it, he stumbles back. He's like, and he's like, and like I guess half his energy is gone at that point. So then he comes in, and he comes in and he throws another one. And I put my hands up and I block it and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Blocks the punch off. And, it bounced off and homie flies back. And then at this point, he's just standing there and now he's like completely winded, right? So then at this point, all the kids are crowded around us outside. You know what I'm saying? They're crowded around the huge tree that we were fighting next to. You know what I'm saying? And back then we were so short, the teachers were basically like giants, like towering above all the other students, which helped because we could see whenever, we had to like hurry up and finish the fight because the teacher would, was getting too close. So he's standing there with his hands up, I'm standing there with my hands up, you know what I'm saying? And he's not doing nothing and people start yelling at me. Now I didn't know how to throw a punch. You know what I'm saying? So I was already scared. I didn't know the dude was tired. Everyone in the crowd starts yelling out, freaking punch, man! Throw a punch! Mind you, these are life lessons learned. You know what I'm saying? Don't try this at home. Don't be violent. You know what I'm saying? But I lived in the hood. I grew up in the hood. And since I went to foster homes when I was a kid, I was always living in places where all they did was fight. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Aiden? Hey, what's up, Frogman? What's up, Wade? Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. Hey, Wade, again, you say the story sounds fake. That's what's up. Send a super chat and I'll prove you wrong. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yo, what's up, Raven Knight? Bro didn't have hands. Tried to negotiate. Bro, I was like 9. You know what I'm saying? I will admit, I did not have hands as a 9-year-old. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't. You know what I'm saying? Type of 1 in the chat if you guys have ever been in a fight before. Type of 2 in the chat if you have never been in a fight before. You know what I mean? Yo, you're from Arkansas. That's what's up. I live in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I can only imagine what you guys are getting into tonight. You know what I mean? Yeah. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys have never been in a fight before. That's what's up. You guys have been in a fight before. That's what's up. What's up, Connor Rowe? What's up, JP? What's up, Nicholas? What's up, Aiden? Yo, what's up, Wade? What's up, Joey? Oh, you've been in 67 fights. That's cool. What's up, Josh Bills? You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Appreciate the compliment, Frogman. All right, so with that being said, let's see. So me and this dude, Donald, you know what I'm saying? We're around the freaking tree. So me and this dude, Donald, we're standing next to the freaking tree. All the people are freaking surrounding us. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. That's wild, bro. So while they're surrounding us and shit, you know what I'm saying? The dude has already thrown his two first punches, right? He's thrown his first 2 punches. He's super duper winded, right? And everyone's crowded around us and shit. Now, I didn't know how to throw a punch, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'm just standing there. I noticed Donald, he's wheezing a little bit, right? You know what I'm saying? He's wheezing while, he's like, you know what I mean? So while he's wheezing, I hear the crowd start yelling out, throw a punch! Throw a punch! And I'm just like, throw a punch? I was just like, yeah, I'm like, why would I do that? Like, he'll block it, right? So then I hear somebody scream out, throw a punch! What the fuck is wrong with you? Throw a punch! Because, it was so still, I guess the fight was getting boring. So, I finally take a shot, you know what I'm saying? I throw a punch, you know what I'm saying, and hit the dude in the face. He didn't fall over. He didn't, get knocked out or nothing. But technically, as per, say, rules of fighting, if you, hit your opponent once and they never hit you, then technically you win. You know what I mean? That's what's up. You trying to run it. 300 in super chat, and I'll fight you. You know what I'm saying? 300. Man. For real, for real. Yeah. Actually, it probably should be more than that, but I suppose I did say it already. You know what I'm saying? Hey, thank you, Aiden. You know what I'm saying? What, you paid to fight? I would like to be paid to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because fighting is rough. You know what I'm saying? Fighting is hard work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to fight for free. Type of 1 in the chat if you would never fight for free. Type of 2 in the chat if you fight for free. You know what I'm saying? All they got to do is talk that smack to get the hands. So, I hit the dude in the face. You know what I'm saying? He gets hit. He doesn't get knocked out. He doesn't fall over. You know what I'm saying? He just, he keeps still standing there. So then at this point, W's in the chat. W's in the chat to Collab Emerson. W's in the chat, bro. He says, Jesus loves you, bro. Take care of your spirit. Genuinely hope you're doing good. Yo, likewise, Collab Emerson. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you were a legend in the chat, man. For real, for real. W's in the chat. Yeah. W's in the chat. Sure. With that being said, you guys have just earned you guys yourself a story time. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this mug popping. Let's see. I'm thinking about what story. Okay, so for 10 in super chat, I should tell you guys a story of... what type of story do you want to hear, Caleb? Yeah. W's in the chat for Caleb. Yo, Caleb, where are you from, Brody? And what type of story would you like to hear? You know what I'm saying? Yo, appreciate you for being a part of the PhD Army, Brody. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Smoke. We want smoke. We want smoke. W's in the chat to Caleb, bros. That's what's up. Yo, so, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Courier? What's up, Aiden? Yo, what's up, Raven? What's up, JPFFA? All right, so, got you guys coming up fresh. Okay, so, let me see. I'm going to tell you guys about the time I fought over a girl. You know what I'm saying? The bigger the super chat, the higher, the crazier and longer the story it unlocks. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you guys secrets about the stories that I shouldn't tell you guys. Oh boy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Caleb. Appreciate you, Brody. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because Lord knows I have been known not to do that. You know what I mean? For real, for real. That's what's up. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys a petty crime story. You know what I'm saying? 10 in super chat, petty crime. 1,000,000%. Okay, so back when I was younger, I used to borrow things. Now, mind you, these are lessons learned. You know what I'm saying? This is stuff that I've done that I'll tell you guys not to do. Whatever you do, don't do what I've done. You know what I'm saying? Not that I've ever done any of those things. The alphabet boys be watching. You know what I mean? Now, with this being said, when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, I used to be into borrowing things without that I wasn't supposed to borrow. You know what I'm saying? Namely, from places like Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Kmart, Kenny's, Shoes, Safeways. Now, some of you guys might be asking, you know what I'm saying, why I was borrowing things from these places. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I was borrowing things from these places is because it was far cheaper than buying them. You know what I'm saying? Now, the reason why it was easier than buying them is because when I was younger, I was extremely broke, extremely poor. You know what I'm saying? Had the minimest of riches. You feel me? Now, with that being said, even though, hold on, making sure it's not lagging. Type 1 in the chat if you guys can hear everything I'm saying. Type 2 in the chat if you guys can't hear none of what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing I was up there borrowing without the intention of ever getting back was batteries. You know what I'm saying? I was young. I was like 8 or 9. I had a Game Boy. You know what I'm saying? Pokemon Red and or Blue was out. You know what I'm saying? That was like the funnest thing in the world to me, was getting out of school and walking home and somehow not getting hit by a car because I'm watching my Game Boy instead of where I'm walking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Game Boy, it was great. You know what I'm saying? Now this Game Boy in particular, we weren't even up to a Game Boy Color at the time. But the thing was thick enough as to, if, with 8 batteries in it, it was heavy enough to knock out most medium-sized men with ease. You know, now, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. With that being said, hold up. Wait, hold up. W's in the chat to the mod squad. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Ah, yes, the good old days. You guys know about it. You know what I'm saying? What it is, Simone. What's up, Leebot? What it is, Asian? Ah, what's up, Aiden? Yeah, yeah. Hey, thank you for the compliment, Brody. Yeah, yeah. Now, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Every super chat unlocks a different story time. The more exotic the super chat, the more exotic the story I tell. You know what I'm saying? If we reach 500 in super chat tonight, I will be telling you guys the story of the fight that got me put in jail again for a year. You know what I'm saying? Weirdly enough, the ticket was only $1,464, but unfortunately for me, $1,400 that's a year in jail. I don't know why. You know what I mean? I guess it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? They didn't pay us a whole lot in there. Damn. $1,400 for a year worth of what I did? Ugh. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, so this story at hand. You know what I'm saying? The story at hand. Let's see. I was saying, petty crimes. So, this day in particular, I had walked into the Kmart. You know what I'm saying? And I had a really, really thick coat because I guess it was winter outside. You know what I'm saying? It was very, very cold. It was a Burlington's Coat Factory type of coat. So I walked in there, and what I did is I cut a hole into the inside of my jacket as where I could store batteries, kind of like a raccoon's mouth pouch, you know what I'm saying? Or like a kangaroo sack of some sort. Just tuck things in there. So I tuck things in there, and I go inside of the Kmart. I'm walking around, everything's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, being hella inconspicuous. I'm incognito and everything. It's all on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? And while I was doing this, I just so happened to walk past the Duracell battery, the Duracell battery thing, cabinet thing. And I reach in, grab like a bunch of things of batteries, and I empty them out, so that they don't ring when I go through the thing. And I stick it in my jacket. And then just for good measure, I go and I get a whole bunch of like bubble tape, Bubblicious gum, the fruit type, you know what I'm saying, like the watermelon type. I get like 6 vats of that, and I stuff that in my coat. Because it was a long walk home. You need a lot of gum. It's like bubble gum. It's delicious. So, with that being said, I get, I'm walking around, and then I was going to make another pass and go and borrow see if I could borrow an entire box of honeycomb. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe Cookie Crisp. Definitely at least Fruit Loops. You know what I'm saying? So I was about to do that. And then I noticed this one dude who'd been following me. You know what I'm saying? I turn around and I see homie you know what I'm saying? He's right where I just got done borrowing the gun at. So I'm like, oh shit, because I tore off all the wrappers. I put it right there and he's there. I'm like, oh shit. So, tell me why. I turn, I keep walking to where I'm going at, and I was just about to borrow something else, and then the same dude walks past me and throws all the wrappings right in front of me, like he knew that what I'd just done. So I was just like, shit. So, I put all the stuff back, except for most of it, and then I just leave, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I needed the batteries. So I'm walking out the metal detectors, and they didn't beep on me because I had ripped off all of the previous stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ripped off all the wrappings. So since the wrapping was already ripped off, I walked through the metal detector, and it doesn't beep. I get about 15 feet across the parking lot, which is all covered in snow, and I hear pitter patter behind me that sounds like a goddamn either the biggest galloping horse or a really, really overfed Rottweiler, like a really tall Rottweiler. I'm like, shit. I turn around in time to see a man who looks exactly like Reacher from Amazon, you know, from the show on Amazon. This nigga come running at me with he's running at me in full speed in what I took to be at least 75 miles an hour in human speeds. Homie runs directly into me and Goldberg spears me off my feet. Bah! Like takes me directly off my feet. I lose all my wind. My breath is gone. And now I'm like back first on the damn snowy pavement. And I'm like, shit. You know what I'm saying? And the dude gets me up, he puts me in cuffs, and then he, you know, they put me in the back room of you know what I'm saying? They put me in the back room of, Kmart, and then they interrogate me. You know what I'm saying? If we reach 20 more in Super Chat, then we are at 10 in Super Chat already. You know what I'm saying? Which is freaking legendary. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat. W's in the chat to Caleb. My bad. Hey, yo, Caleb, where are you from, Brody? You know what I'm saying? Now, if we reach 30 in Super Chat, once we reach 30 in Super Chat, I will tell you guys what happened in the back room. Matter of fact, type of one in the chat if you guys want me to tell you what happened in the back room, what they interrogated me about, like what they said, what they did. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Type of two in the chat. If it's not, you know, you want to hear a news story, it's not that, you know what I'm saying? It's not that prolific. That's what's up. Got the sonic rings knocked out of you. Yeah, that's what it felt like. Bing! I was like, bruh, like, oh my God. An instant headache is what it was, man. I'm surprised I didn't go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Yo, homie was running super fast. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Man. Oh boy, Master Uguay, he's trying to make... Yo! W's in the chat to Chicama saying! W's in the chat, bros! Yo, you're legendary, Brody. Yo, please react to the new Baki. Yo, W's in the chat! Yo! Could you tell me about the time you felt at peace? Yes. Yes, I can. I have a lot of times where I felt at peace. And let me see. Okay, so W's in the chat to collab. Yo, we just pushed up to 40. Yo, once we get to 100 in Super Chat, I'm going to be telling you guys the story of the fight that almost got me in jail. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. But I'll tell you at a time when I was at a lot of peace. Oh, man. Okay, so let's see. You guys want me to tell you a time? I'm gonna tell you guys a time when I was a kid and I was at peace. Because I just had yesterday was a day of a whole lot of peace for me. You know what I'm saying? Today's been super duper peaceful too. You know what I'm saying? Kicking it with you guys is actually a time of a lot of peace for me. Because this is where I can like share who, you know what I mean? Like stuff that's popped off and crazy wild things. You know what I'm saying? But yesterday, I like took like low key a day off a little bit and I felt super duper at peace. I was hanging out with a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? I felt at peace earlier today. Well, it was tonight now. But earlier today, I was kicking it with a good amount of friends. You know, we was playing video games. So video games would be the time when I feel a lot of peace. Earlier today, I was playing Fortnite. That brought me a lot of peace. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's see a time. Okay, so I'll tell you a specific time where I felt a ton of peace. I just got the story, Caleb. We got you coming up fresh. Okay, so it's when I first moved to the suburbs, which is where I live today. You know what I'm saying? I was moving out the hood, about out of the streets. You know what I'm saying? All the fights and all the crazy women You know what I'm saying? And I got placed, okay, so the reason when I moved into, the reason I got into the suburbs was because my family, we had relocated to this hotel that lived in the suburbs. So we got zoned for the suburbs while we were still living in the hood and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Hey, what's up, Spencer? Yeah, what's up, Caleb? Yo, you're from Tennessee, Caleb. That's awesome. Yo, bro, what video got you into watching my channel, Caleb? You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. I ask that to everyone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That is hilarious, BB. Hey yo, Tyrell, you gonna let BB say that about you, bro? He just said he's gonna grease your anus, man. That's heinous as hell. Yo, hey yo, yeah, BGB just said to Terrell V that the only thing he's greasing is Terrell V's anus, is his beehole. That's what he said it, not me. And then, yeah, well, yo, Terrell, you just gonna let that happen? You know what I'm saying? That's wild. Okay, so with that being said, I moved into the suburbs, Colette. You know what I'm saying? And when I got to go to school, my first day of school, like living in the suburbs, I felt so much peace, bro. Like it was like all of the weight and anxiety and everything that I had gotten from living in the hood and the streets and the dangerous areas. It all just melted away when I walked into those school doors, bro. Cause everybody was nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, everybody was white. They was nice. They was polite. You know what I'm saying? All of the words that, rhymed and whatnot. They was just so nice to me. People was walking up, hi, my name is John. And I was like, oh, hey, what's up, man? Like everybody was super duper nice. And then the women was just forward. But then they would end up being teasers like most of all the other ones. You know what I'm saying? I was this one chick, and I felt so peaceful this night, because I thought I was about to get sat on by a bad female, man. Like, it's this white girl who been telling me that she was trying to, like, hang out with me and stuff. And she met me up outside of school at one of my homeboys' houses, right? And my homeboy got up, he left out of the room and left me there with the girl in the bed. And the girl started acting like, she was flirting with me and shit. And then I started flirting with her back, trying to touch her. And then she pulled away, and then nothing happened. It all went quiet after that. Nothing happened. And I still don't know what that was, but it was super peaceful. You know what I'm saying? All the ladies was nice. They wasn't screaming and yelling and ratcheting and just dugging and all that violent stuff. They wasn't doing none of that. They were just really nice females, yo. And like, you know what I'm saying? It was just really peaceful. And then it was really peaceful because all the fights was easier. I'm going to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, fights is not easy. You know what I'm saying? But in the suburbs, fights are way easier, man. Most of the fights ended up with two people. Like in the hood, a fight is when when you walk up and you see one person got one person on the ground and he yelling at him for doing so, yo, what's that shit you was talking, yo? No, what's that? And then he just starts wailing on him and no one helps. No one helps. No one calls the police because I got warrants. Like most of us got warrants. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody tries to help in any way, shape, or form. But in the suburbs, people only let people fight until blood happens. And then everyone rushes in, Tony, no, like it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's way better. You know what I'm saying? It's just way easier, way nicer. The schools was cleaner. The women had less STDs. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get any snoo in that school at all. So, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I had so many crushes, but like I couldn't really relate to any of the chicks because like my stories would just sound like I was lying or bragging or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I'm 16 and shit. We in school. And the homie, you know what I mean? Like, I tell him a story and shit. I tell a story about, you know what I'm saying? Like, how, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how I've been robbed at gunpoint. You know what I'm saying? The dude chased me and tried to murder me. You know what I'm saying? But the stories were so entertaining that I always got invited to, like, ski trips and a whole bunch of other places. You know what I'm saying? So, Caleb, that is how, that's the very first time I felt peace is when I moved to the suburbs. Because everything was, like, super nice. It was like the world had the volume turned down on it. You know what I'm saying? And they were very welcome to me because, you know, I told a bunch of stories. So, with that being said, let's see. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So, if we reach 100 in Super Chat, we will unlock the bar story. You know what I'm saying? Bar story being the story where a UFC fighter almost beat the shit out of me at a bar. You know what I'm saying? And the reason he almost beat me up was really, really selfish of him. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Type of one in the chat. If you've ever had somebody try to fight you and you ain't even do nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even do nothing to deserve it that time. For real, for real. But yo, W's in the chat to Caleb Emerson. You know what I'm saying? Yo, type of one in the chat if that satiated your story time hunger in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Type of two in the chat if you want to hear something crazier. But I feel like the peaceful story time was good. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. All right, yo. So, if you guys want me to play a song, that's a 50 super chat request. So if you guys want to request a song, it's 50 in super chat. You know what I'm saying? The song can't be longer than 4 minutes, and it can't have any religion or anything cringy or goofy in it. You know what I'm saying? If it's too goofy or too cringy or any of that, then it's 150 in super chats, 3 times the price. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you digging the story time? That's what's up. I'm glad you guys enjoy the videos. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. What's up, Jones? Mike Jones? That's what's up. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you're proud of yourself, homie. That's good. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. What's up, BS? What's up, Raven? What's up, Jacama? Oh, that's what's up, YA. What's up, BS? You know what I'm saying? That's good that you're very proud. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So, once we reach 100 in the super chat, type of one in the chat if you guys want me to tell you guys the story of when I almost got my ass kicked. Almost got the back of me kicked at a bar by a UFC fighter. You know what I'm saying? Type of 2 in the chat if y'all want to hear the story once we reach the 100 super chat milestone. Y'all want to hear the story of when I almost got the back of me kicked by a Rasputia-sized woman. She was my bully. She was like my worst bully in freaking school, man. The same school that I was in with Smoke. You know what I'm saying? There's this really big Rasputia-looking chick, man. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn Lizzo-sized female, man. She had like 3 orbiters, like smaller women that would like rotate around her at all times and shit. You know what I'm saying? They would bring her food, cookies, and pies and shit. It was wild, you know? And how would she get the cookies and pies, you may ask? By robbing us. Racism. Hey, what's up, BB? Hey, what's up, Andrew? Yeah, orbiters, man. You know what I'm saying? You said you want to hear about the fattest ass? I mean, once we reach 80 in super chat, I'll tell you about what do you mean like fattest ass? Do you mean like female, attractive, big butt? Or do you mean like dude who's like 800 pounds and he's in you know what I mean? He's in one of those things that needs electricity. Like he's in one of them shopping carts that needs electricity to move. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, one that you, yo, that's what's up. Hey, so that'll be 140 in super chat. You know what I'm saying? You said no girls? Oh God. BB, you don't like women? That's unfortunate. Oh well. Not all of us can be on the up and up. Hey, what's up, Tyrese Daniels? What it is? But yeah, they were orbiters. You know what I'm saying? Alright, yo. So, our highest super chatter of the stream. What do you guys want if you're the highest super chatter of the stream? Right now, Caleb is murdering it. You know what I'm saying? Followed closely by Jakama Sayan. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Jakama Sayan today. For real, for real. Bro, so who's you guys' favorite Saiyan in Dragon Ball Z? Mine is Broly. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Ah, yes. That's what's up. That's wild that you don't like girls, BB. That's wild. Hey, what's up, Christian? Yo, what's up, Raven? None? All right, you guys. Sip. It's out. It's out. Oh. Okay, cool. Let's see. One thought, two thought, three thought, four thought. Ah. All right, you guys. If we reach 300 before hour 2, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you guys about the fight that got me locked up. I'm being real. You know what I'm saying? Huh? If we reach 400 before hour 2, I will tell you guys the fight where a guy pulled out a sharp piece of glass and tried to stab me with it. Word? A piece of glass? Word? God, that's still one of my strangest ones. You know what I'm saying? I guess it was literally like 3 a.m. in the morning, so you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it does make a good amount of sense, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, I would run into that, you know, but it was just hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, Brody the GOAT. That's what's up, Raven Knight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Hey, appreciate the compliment, Brody. You know what I'm saying? Are you a rapper? I appreciate the compliment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I rap as a joke, like, you know what I mean, as a hobby. I don't really take it, I don't really take it for, I don't really take it seriously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. That's what's up. Appreciate you. Hey, what's up, Jacob? Alrighty then. So, so, type a 1 in the chat if once we reach 60 more in super chat, you guys want to hear the story of when the UFC fighter almost kicked the shit. When a UFC fighter tried to kick the shit out of me at a bar. Type a 2 in the chat if once we reach the super chat milestone, which is in 60 more in the super chat, you guys want to hear the story of when I got uppercutted out of nowhere while playing poker in the middle of a poker game. Homie knocked me clean up into there. Bah! Like, I'm just like, yo. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. The GOAT. Hey, what's up, Hustle? W's in the chat to the mod squad. W's in the chat to the mod squad. Appreciate you guys for keeping the chat clean. You know what I'm saying? Elbow Knight? That's wildin'. That's what's up. Hey. Hey, what's up, Dominique? Hey, Dominique, where you from? You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yeah, yeah. What videos got you guys interested in watching my videos? You know what I'm saying? Caleb, love your energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yo, I'm surprised I haven't seen you that much up in the chat, man. Understandable. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I see you, Jakama. What's up? Happy Tree Friends videos got me into the channel. Yo, Jacama, yo, how would you feel if I dropped a 2-hour Happy Tree Friends compilation? Jacama, you know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Anime cracks back in the day. Yo, that's awesome that you used to watch my anime cracks, man. Yo, I love those. For real, for real. Those are like my favorite videos on God. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's unfortunate to hear that you P-dubs got turned out in prison. You know what I'm saying? What was it? Did they leave a candy bar in your bed? Is that what happened? You know what I'm saying? Or did you willingly give it up? Huh? You just ran up in the cafeteria, you know what I'm saying? Just got bucket in front of everybody. Just got right into your birthday suit and then started singing your milkshakes. Oh God. Oh, probably was screaming, probably was squeezing your teeth together and shit. That's terrifying. That's horrible. P-dubs, you a thug for that one, man. That's wild. You just ran right up into jail and just gave it immediately. Shout outs to P-dubs, man. You oh, somebody like him probably go to jail for on purpose. Probably be running to 7-Elevens, you know what I'm saying, holding like a spoon as a weapon, you know what I'm saying, give me the money. Like, what are you doing, man? Hey, look, I need a warrant, okay? You know what I'm saying, I can't give details, just call the police, damn it, or I'll cut you with the sharp end of this spoon, like. Yo, all right, you guys, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys a story that happened to me inside of Hollywood, Planet Hollywood, right? So there's a fight story that happened to me in Planet Hollywood, right? You know what I'm saying? This story is for Jacama saying. You know what I'm saying? For the 10 he sent in super chat. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You've unlocked this story with this one. So the crazier the super chat, the crazier the story. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the amount. All right, so with that being said, I was at Planet Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? Chilling like a villain. You know what I mean? I was out playing poker with a whole bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? It's people I had never met before. Now, I used to play poker for a living. A good amount of you guys know that already. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, you know, I had a great time doing it. So at this point in time, you know, I'm playing poker for a living. I'm at the Planet Hollywood. I'm up in there. The whole entire table's full. We've got 9 people all sitting in their seats, right? So everyone came and they sat down. Now, there was one dude sitting to the left of me, and he was a white guy. He was a buff white dude, right? You know what I'm saying? And there was another dude sitting to the left of me, well, to the right of me, yeah. He was a very skinny Asian dude, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Now, at a certain point in time, the buff white dude, he starts bullying everyone at the table. What it is, AV Geek? You know what I'm saying? He starts bullying everyone at the table. When he's bullying everyone at the table, you know what I'm saying? Now, while he's bullying everyone at the table, you know what I'm saying, no one's really saying anything about it because, you know, no one really wants security called on him and no one wanted to escalate anything. Now, he keeps on bullying everybody. I'm just like, okay, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? He looks so I look to the, you know, to the right, and the Asian dude over there, he's starting to get fed up with the dude trying to bully him. You know what I'm saying? He gets up and decides to like literally get ready to fight back. So, you know what I'm saying? The buff white dude not being willing to take any of this lying down, he's like, you know what? You ain't just who you think you talking to. You know, I'll break your face. And then he gets up. And when he gets up, the small, skinny Asian dude, he sits right back down in his chair. So, you know what I mean? The buff white dude, he then sits back down. Everyone keeps on playing poker. Now, me, I didn't want to get in the middle of this because, you know, I ain't got no beef in this. But I'm not about to just sit here and let the old guy get beat up. Because, you know, respect your elders. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want anybody letting my granddad get beat up, my grandpappy. You know what I'm saying? Get hands put on him. So, you know, about 2 or 3 more confrontations or conflicts happened between him and this Asian dude. Yo, everybody, what time is it where you guys are at? You know what I'm saying? Also, make sure to tell me where you guys are from. Like, what state and or country are you guys from when you guys are watching this? Oh my God, I forgot to put the dadgum donation link down in the bottom of the thingy thing. So, you know what I'm saying? So, after 2 or 3 more conflicts, you know what I'm saying? The older dude, you know what I'm saying? The older gentleman gets up again and says to the white buff dude, he's like, yo, if you keep on bullying me, I'm going to break your face. I'm going to fight you. I don't care if people are watching. You know what I'm saying? So the buff white dude, of course, liking this because he gets to beat up an old guy and prove to people that he means businesses. You know what I'm saying? He gets up and he's like, what, old man? I'll beat the crap out of you in front of these people. I don't give a shit. I'm from the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say it like that, but you get the picture. So, with that being said, old white, you know, now, with that being said, I'm in the middle of both of these motherfuckers, right? I'm in the middle of these people. You feel me? To mind you, these are life lessons learned. Don't go out and do this. Don't try this at home. Violence is for the birds. You know what I'm saying? It usually just leads to jail or getting shot by the island brothers. What are those guys? What are the name of the guys that kiss each other? Where island. I don't know much of their music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Alex? What's up, Dijon? What's up, Beelzebub? I think that's your name. My bad if I butchered it. You know what I'm saying? But yes. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I'm standing in the middle of these people and, you know, everyone is like getting ready to, you know, fight and throw down. So I'm expecting no one to fight or throw down because Oz is the middle of this shit. You feel me? So, you can only imagine my surprise when out of nowhere, you know what I mean? I didn't see shit. I feel, bah! You know what I'm saying? Bruh. Man. Like, Yo, if you guys want me to tell the rest of this mug, man, you know what I'm saying? Let's reach the next super chat milestone. You know what I'm saying? Where we can unlock more stories and more crazier situations. You know what I'm saying? Now, remember, the more exotic the super chat, the crazier the story. You know what I'm saying? If we reach 500 in super chat tonight, I will tell you guys a story that I have never told before on the internet. And it's a fight story. And I got jumped really badly. Nearly died. Surprised I woke up the next morning. But we did wake up. You know what I'm saying? And like it happens in Dragon Ball Z, you know what I'm saying? It can only make you better. You know? You get jumped to death, you feel like you're not going to wake up, and you go to sleep. Eat a bowl of cereal. Wake up anyway. Take a shower. You know what I'm saying? I think I was just really hungry from getting beaten up. Takes a surprising amount of vigor. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Lost Vigilant? Hey, thank you, Brody. Yo, what's up, Mega Knight? Yo, thank you for the compliment, Beelzebub. Yeah, I used to watch that show. Island Boys. Yeah, those dudes suck, man. Hey, what's up, Alex? Those dudes just suck. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Sean Kurz? You know what I'm saying? I do not know how long I'll be on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I'm letting super chats divine how long I'm going to be on. So, with that being said, with that being said, let's tell some more stories. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so once we reach 10 more in Super Chat, I will tell you guys the fight story of when a UFC fighter nearly beat my backside. We're going to edit that out. Or no diddy. You know what I'm saying? In the bar in front of everyone. You know what I'm saying? Bruh. Hey, what's up, React? That's cool that you're from Las Vegas. What's up, XO? Yo, what's up, Alex? You got any childhood stories left from your time in Cleveland? Boy, do I. Good Lord, man. Cleveland is just one big, everything out there is just getting bullied, you know what I'm saying? Like, getting jumped, and then once I got good at getting jumped, people would pick a fight with me, and then they would call the police when they get scared. It's wild. Huh? It's wild. Mother told me not to sell work. 17.5, 3 color t-shirts. Mama told me not to sell work. 17.5, same color t-shirt. Ooh. Have any of you guys ever been suspended from school for fighting? Have any of you guys ever been thrown out? I can only imagine. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys about the craziest fight, I ever saw. I was telling you guys about a crazy fight story a second ago. Wait, what story was I just telling you guys a second ago? Yo, K-Love, by the way. Yo, much love back, Caleb. K-Love. Much love back, K-Love. Hey, what's up, Lost Vigilant? Hey, what's up, Alex? Fire song. Yeah, I've never heard of that one before. If you guys do want to hear, let's say, if you guys do want to hear a specific song or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? 50 in Super Chat, I'll turn that mug on, and it counts towards hitting the milestones. You know what I'm saying? You get to hear a song you guys like, and it counts towards milestones. So, I hope the chat didn't break. Yo, what time is it where you guys are at? Yeah. What time is it where you guys are at? That's what's up. Appreciate you for the compliment, man. I'm going to tell you guys the story of my first time getting jumped. Ooh, I'm going to tell you guys a story of when I knocked myself out. This story is actually it's really quick, simple, it's funny. So, this is what happened, right? Peep game. So, there was these dudes in school that would always rob people, right? There was 7 of them. You know what I'm saying? So it was 7 dudes that would just rob the hell out of anybody that they caught slipping after school. You know what I mean? So one day, me and my homeboy Bruce, we walking after school. You know what I'm saying? We just chilling. We talking and whatnot. It's a ton of people around everywhere, the path we're walking. So we felt really safe. After school back then, people would migrate all the same way. You know what I'm saying? There'd be a group of 3 here, a group of 2, group of 6, group of 2, stuff like that. So we're walking down this pathway and whatnot. We're feeling really safe because everybody's walking this way. And we hear behind us, hey, give it up. You know what I mean? My homeboy, Bruce, he turns around and it's oh, shit. I turn around. I'm oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Homie runs up. You know what I'm saying? Pulls a knife on Bruce. You know what I'm saying? And runs him for his backpack and his shoes. Nigga. In front of everybody. No one helped. I don't think I would have. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. In all actuality, it was probably a gun. Yeah, he ran up on him, put a gun. Well, he ran up on him, put a pew pew to his head because YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Held there, ran home for everything he had. Couldn't do nothing about it. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So they ran off. I tried to make Bruce feel better, but I couldn't crack jokes good enough to make him laugh after like he got robbed for his backpack and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've never told that story. You guys never heard that story. Nope. Wild. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Bruce, he was a really good friend of mine when I was in junior high. He was like an avid martial artist and whatnot. Hey, what's up, America Mary? What's up, Lana Fox? Yo, hope you guys are having a good day, man. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Once we reach 30 more in Super Chat, you know what I'm saying? I will tell you guys the secret ending on the last story I was telling you guys. The one where I got put kind of in kitty jail. You know what I'm saying? Well, it wasn't really kitty jail. They put me in the interrogation room. And yo, W's in the chat! W's in the chat! Yo, Caleb Emerson! Yo, thanks for the story. If you ever feel the need to open up a Bible, I recommend starting with Matthew. Always some peace in the word. Hope this helps. Yo, appreciate you, man. Yo, you have great energy, Caleb. You are a legend, Brody. For real, for real. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might, I've been thinking about going back to church or whatever, but I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I don't really open up much. I'm not an open upper. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one that really does the crying and the talking and stuff. I've never really been good at it. You know what I'm saying? So I always felt the reason why I don't go to church is because I feel like it's like I'm mocking people's community by being in there. And I'm just like kind of chilling, waiting to go home to play video games. You know what I'm saying? Yo. I used to go to church. I used to go to church a lot when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I should tell you the traumatic story from that. Yeah, but what happened to me when I used to go to church as a kid does not affect me going to church as an adult. I just don't go because every time I've gone, I've just been asked super invasive questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, what do you do? And it's really funny too because they ask me the questions, but they always want to apologize beforehand in case I'm the type to hit a dude for disrespecting me. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm not gonna punch a dude for saying something goofy. You know what I'm saying? But they'll say something like, yo, are you okay with, me asking you this question? And that's how you know it's gonna be some goofy shit. You know it's gonna be something goofy. And they ask you the goofy question, and it's like, man. But I will say this though. I've met some of the greatest women in church. You know what I'm saying? All of the hottest chicks usually go to church for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I should go to church. You know what I'm saying? Yo, W's in the chat to Caleb Emerson, yo. W's in the chat, bro. You are a legend. Yo. That's what's up. What's up, Alex? What's up, Humpty Dumpty? Is you Jorgen? No, I don't. I only sponsor food products. Sponsoring weed places like Jordan, it doesn't really make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good brand. It's not a people-friendly brand enough. But yo, type of 1 in the chat if you guys can hear everything I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Type of 2 in the chat if you guys can't hear everything I'm saying. We about to get into it. Okay, so a 50 in super chat story. And I apologize for forgetting Caleb. I apologize for forgetting Caleb. You know what I'm saying? A 50 in super chat story is, let's see. Okay, so we're at 90 in super chat. Once we reach 10 more, we'll unlock that super crazy fighting story, the one that almost got me put in jail. Oh boy. Let's see. Okay, so what's a really entertaining story? Okay, I got a really entertaining fight story for you, Clem. Peep game. So, back when I was a kid, my favorite cartoon was Dragon Ball. And the reason why my love for Dragon Ball and anime is so strong, because it kept me out the streets. Yeah, feel me? And it's like 6Ks in that one. It kept me out the streets. You know what I'm saying? Not only did it keep me out the streets, but a lot of people don't know this. This is a secret, K-Love. This is a secret. I fell in love with Hot Cheetos watching Dragon Ball. The first Dragon Ball. I'll never forget it. I used to wake up at 6:30 in the morning on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember what channel I was watching it on, but that's where I would watch it on. You know what I'm saying? I would put, you know what I'm saying? And then I had this plastic. Yo, W's the chat to come at Emerson. W's the chat. Yo, told me to try again because it declined. W's the chat. Oh my God. W's the chat. Yo, that means Caleb, you are a legend. I am super excitable right now. You know what I'm saying? My bad. Yo, Caleb. Hey, what video did you watch of mine that first got you interested in checking out my content? W's in the chat to Caleb. Yo, that's a super chat request, man. Let me know if you would like for me to play your favorite song. What's your favorite song, Caleb? We playing it for you, Brody. You are the MVP of the stream. Off up in this mug. You know what I'm saying? 100 more in super chat. And next person to send 100 in super chat gets a temporary half an hour black card. You know what I'm saying? And I should not even be saying that. Never mind. Yo, Caleb, you are legendary, Brody. Yo, I hope you had a productive day, man. You have great energy. Yo. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Yo, this next story is dedicated to Caleb. You know what I'm saying? For real. So, I'm about to tell you guys a story about how this UFC fighter tried to beat the shit out of me and why he did it inside of the bar. Stay tuned. I was about to say stay fresh, but y'all shower. We gonna edit that out. So, with that being said, what had happened was this UFC fighter wanted to live with me for free, right? He wanted to stay in my crib and he wanted to live with me for free. And I talked to him and I was like, all right, so if you were good enough fit for the crib, then you could live here for free. Now, the reason why I told him no is because he didn't tell me the truth. You know what I'm saying? I asked him if he had another place to live. He showed up in a suit, he was rich. You know what I mean? He showed up walking like this, had a cane and everything, had 2 girlfriends with him. I was like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy showed up with 2 girlfriends. Homeboy looked just like Conor McGregor. I really, really hope to God it wasn't Conor McGregor because the odds are not in my favor for winning that fight. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, if we reach 360 more, I will be telling you guys the story, the fight that got me thrown in jail for a year. For a year. I didn't see no women. None of the food had sugar in it. Nigga. Caleb, they had sugarless sugar cookies, bro. I'm talking the cookie had to nerve that flavor crystal sprinkled on the top of it and everything. Had to nerve to be yellow. Looked like a strawberry shortcake cookie. Shit looked delicious. You know what I'm saying? I'm in jail. I got my orange jumpsuit on and shit. I'm reading alien sex novels to be less bored during the day. You know what I'm saying? Because it's boring in jail. All we had 23 hours of sleep. We had 23-hour lockdown. So we slept 23 hours a day or read books. You know what I'm saying? Gonna finally take us out for food. I opened up my styrofoam tray that looked like I got it out of what's that? Panda Express and shit. You know what I'm saying? These niggas had styrofoam tray, Panda Express, you know what I mean, things for giving you food in, you know what I'm saying? So I opened that shit up. I saw a sugar cookie. I've been so starved of sugar, I can't tell you why it looked so delicious. I bit into that shit and found out that shit was a lie. It was a trick. Split the cookie. Exactly what it was. It was exactly a splinter cookie. It was disrespect in taste. It was disrespect in taste form. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? We'll tell that story if we reach 360 more in Super Chat. If we reach the 500 milestone, you know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, I go to the, you know what I'm saying? Homeboy, he asked me to live at the crib for free, but he ain't have no money. You know what I'm saying? All he had was hoes. But the hoes he had were really attractive, very attractive. Knowing what I know now, still not worth them staying there for free. Absolutely not. Nope. Cause, you know what I'm saying, the homie, you know what I'm saying, like he said, oh, you know, I got a job, I make money. And I asked him, all right, so are you gonna be able to pay the $1,200 for the rent towards your bills? And he's like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I'm gonna be living in that house, not paying anything. He figured, since he was such a good UFC fighter, he was just gonna whoop our asses, Caleb. Whoop our asses instead of paying us rent if we asked them for the rent. You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with these people. I know what they be doing. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep it pimping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Huh? You male. That's what's up. W's in the check to K-Love. You know what I mean? For real. I shook. You know what I'm saying? The homie is sponsored the whole stream pretty much, and this story is dedicated to him. So, you know what I'm saying? K-Love. Here's what happened, Brody. You know what I'm saying? So, he asked me, he's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'll give you my girlfriend if I can stay in your house. You know what I'm saying? Now, the girl was so attractive, I should have said yes, right? But I needed to test it first. You know, I went and hung out with the girl for 25 minutes, and she didn't pull out not one titty. Not one single titty. Baby girl, she looked like, she was built like Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. So, but prettier and Colombian. She was bad. Super attractive. You know what I'm saying? But for to live here for free, like, not the girl. Look, he said I could have her, and I went in there to talk to her, and she didn't like video games or anime, and she kept her clothes on. Well, there's no there's no saving this woman. I don't want it anymore. You know what I'm saying? I can be picky to a fault, because I probably should have said yes. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't play video games or watch anime, so there was not much I could do with her. And she kept her clothes on. Ladies, what are we supposed to do if you keep your clothes on? There's nothing, which is what happened. I felt like it went good, technically. Did she have cake at least? She had a lot of cake. She had cake both in the front and back of her. It was great. It was great looking cake. She worked out a lot. She was smart. She kept it tight. Kept it real tight. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't like no video games. She ain't like no anime. So I was like, whatever. So, all right, so I go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I don't really talk to her like that. You know what I'm saying? He brings some other females over, and they talk to your boy. And they was strippers and stuff, and they was with it. You know what I'm saying? One girl pulled me into the bathroom and just tried to have her way with me. And I was scared because I ain't had no condoms on me. So I was like, I'm not about to just, you know, I ain't about to do the hula hoop and mess around and get some of it on me. Next thing you know what I'm saying, you get anything. Syphilis, the clap, or the worst STD known to man. You know what I'm saying? What's the worst? I'm going to pop quiz you guys. What's the worst STD known to man? Right now, everybody in the chat. What's the worst STD you can get right now? Let's see. Someone said top. No. Someone said worth it. That's not. Someone said AIDS. That's close. You know what I'm saying? Snow bunnies. They are an advantage, not bad. COVID. That's close too. Someone said AIDS to the HIVs. Absolutely, you're close. You're not off. You're not doing bad. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat to Caleb. W's in the chat to Caleb. Yo, you are the MVP of the stream. Can anybody beat him? You know what I'm saying? Caleb Emerson is the VIP of the stream. HPV, that's pretty good. Gonorrhea, nope, nobody got it right. The worst STD you can catch from gloveless snoo is children. Yep. Huh? Stays with you way longer than any of the other STDs. Think about it. There's no cure for them. Well, once you got them forever. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no cure for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro. You know what I'm saying? I do. One of my homeboys, he's had kids for like 60 years. One of them sleep right in his living room on the couch. Where you gonna go? You know? That's real. That's real. I need to make a You know what I'm saying? Hey, W's in the chat to Ethan. W's in the chat to Easton Perumo. Yo, give us a throwback to Outlast song. I see what Outlast song you tried to hear, Brody? You know what I'm saying? What Outlast song you want to hear, Ethan? You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's funny. Man, that's funny. Yeah. The shingles. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? But for real, man, you know what I'm saying? I was actually thinking about making a viral YouTube series called Living with Kids. Because they don't never go away. You got it for life. You know what I'm saying? Once you're infected with kids, nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's up. You know what I'm saying? The kids are awesome, wonderful people. I love kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, only if I run into a woman that treats me the way I want to be treated for 5 years, I'm willing to have some kids with her. You know what I'm saying? Almost like we reap what we sow. Very much so, Caleb. It's very much so like we reap what we sow. Now, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so after saying no to the girl that he brought in, after saying no to all the other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like 2 weeks later, he's like, yo, you know what? Let's meet up so we can discuss me moving in. So I was like, okay. So I met up with him at a bar. And, you know, I got some food, you know what I'm saying? The food was delicious. And homeboy's like, yo, you know what I mean? It's like, what's up with me moving on up in your crib? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that? And I look at him. And I'm like, I'm not moving you into my house, man. And he's like, what? And he gets up off of his bar stool. I'm not gonna lie, this shook me, chat. I got shook. Homie gets up off his bolster. What? You ain't gonna let me? What? You ain't moving here? I told people I'm already moving there. My girl think I'm moving in there. My girl think I'm in. Because he already told his girl that he lived in my house. You know what I'm saying? Without confirming it with me because he didn't want to lose his girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Very, very obvious. So after that, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, bro, I'm not going to move you in. Because me personally, the reason why I didn't move in is because I thought that if I move him in, one day I go back there looking for the rent. Homie, he just going to score up on me or try to shoot me or whatever if he don't have the money because he didn't work. He was a UFC fighter. You know what I'm saying? And it was actually probably a really, 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 really good job that I didn't move him in because, of course, out of nowhere, You know what I'm saying? Like literally like what, like 3 months later, you know what I'm saying? Homeboy turns up. Next thing you know what I'm saying? He lost his next fight and went crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yo, alright, so I got you guys coming up. You know what I'm saying? Caleb is the MVP of the hour. Yo, alright, so type of word in the chat if the number one super chat, the number one sponsor for this stream should get their name in the description and the title of tomorrow's Fight Story stream. You know what I'm saying? Type of 2 in the chat if the number one super chatter of the stream should get to choose whatever game or video I watch tomorrow on my stream. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yeah, yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. 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 All right, you guys, give me a second. Oh, okay. So, homie gets up, right? And when he gets up, he drops stance on me. He's just like, yo, you ain't gonna let me. You know what I'm saying? Like he's getting ready to hit me. So me, I stood up and I stood there. You know what I mean? I de-escalated. I let him know. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna let you like move into my crib. I don't even really know you like that. I like to take like at least 3 years before I roommate with somebody to make sure that our vibes connect and whatnot. And luckily enough for me, he bought it. Because I think he'd have whooped my ass. You know what I'm saying? That dude was way bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yeah, that dude, yo, that's real talk. K-Love, for real, for real. That guy, for real, was the word yikes. If it was in person, he had tattoos all over him. You know what I'm saying? He was hella yoked. You know what I'm saying? He looked like, see, who's somebody? He looked like shorter Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? Shorter Brock Lesnar. And I was just like, I'm not trying to get Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Amen to the moon. Amen to the moon. Let's see. Okay. That's wild. Hold on, give me a second, Joe. What the? He's impossible. Huh? Yo, what's up, Caleb? Yo, see, yo, where are you guys from? And what time is it where you guys are at? For real, for real. All right, you guys. Yo. If we reach 100 more in Super Chat, I'm going to tell you guys the story of how I broke my 3 knuckles. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Well, yeah, both my knuckles be black. They be black. But these ones got smashed in. If you'll notice, these are not Superman insignias on my knuckles. Or tattoos. But yeah, if we reach 100 more in Super Chat, you know what I'm saying? I will tell you guys that secret story. I've never told it online. For real, for real. So let's see. All right. That makes sense. Give me a second, Joe. Let's see. Yes. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys a story of when I got a knife pulled on me. You know what I'm saying? It was freaking hilarious. It was a glass knife. You know what I'm saying? Yo, just got bit by a dog. Yeah. Just got bit by a dog. Yo, I don't know if you're saying you got food or if you're saying you were attacked by a dog. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yo, what's up? All right, what's up, Stars? What's up, Caleb? What it do? Horseshoe. It's literally his name. What's up, Inkster? What's up? Spencer, that's something only you can answer. You know what I'm saying? Your stories are always bangers. Why thank you, Ink? Why thank you, Ink? Ink. You know what I'm saying? He really is. Okay, so with that being said, next story time. I'm going to tell you guys a story of when a guy, I guess is that? Nah, we're at 140 in Super Chat right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like 140 in Super Chat is good to tell this type of story. Okay, so me and the homie, we're walking around at 3 a.m. in the morning. You know what I'm saying? This is way back in the day, like 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? We're walking to the store, you know what I'm saying? Going to get some hot Cheetos, you know what I'm saying? And, we're heading to 7-Eleven. And while we're on the way to the 7-Eleven, I ran into this, I hear this dude out of my peripheral hearing. And he's like talking. So really loud. So I look over and I look down and the homie's talking to a cat. He's yelling at this cat, right? And I'm like, oh shit. Like this dude is really like tripping with the cat. Like, oh shit. So I yell over, hey, what's the cat saying? The guy looks up and he comes running over. You know what I'm saying? And he gets in front of me and he's like, yo, what were you saying? Like, what's that smack you were saying? And I was like, I was asking you what the cat was saying because you was talking to him. I wanted to know like what he said. And he's like, oh yeah, he said he's having a good night. You know what I'm saying? Man, you want me to tell you about this other good night I had? And I was like, yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? The whole time I'm telling this story, my homeboy next to me is looking scared as crap. You know what I'm saying? No, don't worry about it, Caleb. You know what I'm saying? We all have bad English. You know what I'm saying? It's understandable that you have bad English sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool that one of your sayings is my bad. That's one of mine too. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Yeah. Do I ever begin masturbating? Not really. You know what I'm saying? I don't really debate like a whole bunch with people. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you know what I'm saying? Like I talk to them and everything, but it's never anything that I really think too much about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Brody? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Huh? That's hilarious. Yo. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Tastefully? You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Nah. Hey, what's up, Anthony? Yep, yeah, I'm the worst guy, Tastefully. You know what I'm saying? I'm the worst person in human history. Horrible, terrible stuff. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I got a basement full of deported midgets in my basement right now. Ain't been fed in months. You know what I'm saying? Ain't never gonna feed them. Who y'all think my editors is? You know what I'm saying? They downstairs working tonight. You know what I'm saying? For real. Hey, what's up, Anthony Dales? Hope you guys all had a productive day today. All right, so with that being said, type 1 in the chat if you guys can hear everything I'm saying. Type 2 in the chat if you guys can't hear this. Not a single drop it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just be starving leprechauns. Hey, look, somebody got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Eat fresh, not eat often. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Understandable, Caleb. For real. What's up, BB? All right, so have I ever played Ninja Gaiden? Yes, I have. So now I'm conversating with this homeless looking gentleman. You know what I'm saying? He's wearing a very, very big Burlington's Coat Factory thick built coat. You know what I'm saying? Homie ain't got no shoes on. Homie ain't had nothing up under the coat. I'm thinking he's just, you know what I mean? I'm thinking it's all good in the hood. So then homie, he steps close to me. He's like, yo, man, like, you know what I mean? Like, man, you want to hear about this other night when I was hanging out with some friends of mine? I'm like, yeah, sure. Homeless weirdo, who talks to cats. Tell me everything. And he's like, yeah, man, I was kicking it with my homeboys, man. We was over at this house. You know what I'm saying? We was in this abandoned hood house type shit. You know what I'm saying? And while we was there, they was all smoking meth. But I don't smoke meth. You know what I mean? I don't do that. They did though. They was doing all the math. I'll drop a little. Here's a secret, guys. If someone tells you that they're hanging around with a bunch of people that do math, but they don't, they do math. You know what I'm saying? Just pass it along. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Understandable, Caleb. What's up, Anthony Daves? What's up, Hector? You know what I'm saying? What it is, Inkster? What's up, BB? What's up, Caleb? If you guys are going to say something weird, at least say it in the super chat. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to the crazier stories. You know what I'm saying? So the higher we get up on the super chat scale, we're at 140 right now. You know what I'm saying? If we reach 300 in super chat, I'm going to tell you guys the story of the fight that landed me in jail for a year. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. And if we reach our 500 in super chat milestone, you know what I'm saying? We're already 140. If we do reach the 500 in the super chat, I'm going to tell you guys a story of when I got stabbed 8 times in the head. Let's see if you can see this. Oh, there it is. Eek, 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 eek. The fight that got me stabbed 8 times in the face. For real, for real. W's in the chat to our #1 MVP, K-Love. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. With 650 XP points. Can anybody beat him? I think not. You know what I'm saying? You got to have all the grapes to beat K-Love. Yo, so type 1 in the chat if you guys can hear everything I'm saying. Type 2 in the chat if y'all can't hear none of this. Hey, what's up, Sile? What's up, Seog? You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. So after this next story, I'm going to go and I am going to put the chat thing in the description, which is what I should have been done. So with that being said, let's see. Now with that being said, let's see. Okay, so homeless looking. Yo, W's in the chat to Christian Jacobs. W's in the chat. Yo, what's up? Left the school shorty alone because of your stories? No simp. Hey, look, Christian Jacobs, you know what I'm saying? You a real one for leaving that school shorty alone because you ain't no simp. Now look, if you guys ever leave a chick that ain't treating you right, it's a win-win. Because either A, you're going to run into a chick that treats you better, you know what I'm saying? Or B, you know what I'm saying? And B, you don't have to deal with her crap no more. Because, you know what I mean? Whatever chick is with you, you know what I'm saying? She could be blocking another chick, you know what I'm saying? Like a new blessing. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what's up. Appreciate you guys for the compliment. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Alex? All right, so we dropping the rest of this freaking story. So, dude, you know what I'm saying? He's got the, you know what I mean? He's got the coat on and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Christian Jacobs, where you from, Brody? I remember you from Super Chats before, Brody. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Let's see. All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? W's gonna check the mod squad for keeping the chat nice and safety. So, you know what I'm saying? Dude in the trench coat, he tells me that his friends did math, but he didn't do math. And I knew that meant that he did math. What's up, Aaron? You know what I'm saying? So, he tells me, he's like, yeah, man, one night we all chilling up in the crib and everybody doing math and stuff. I'm not doing math, but they is. And then out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere, they just jump on me and they attack him and beat him up. And then when they beat him up, you know what I'm saying? They just keep beating him. And he's like, yeah, man, for some reason, you know, when they hit me, I just felt so much anxiety. Just like I was about to rob and do all this crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you from New York, bro. What part of New York you from, Christian Jacobs? You got good energy, Brody. You know what I'm saying? Yo, for real, for real. Hey, what's up, Ethan? Hi, Ethan. So, You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, man, you know. So I was like, oh, you know, so I knew that that meant that he was getting ready to jump us. So as he's telling this story, he's like, oh my God! Yo, that's awesome that's cool that you gotta go to bed, Caleb. Yo, Caleb is legendary. Yo, W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Yo, hope you find some of that peace I'm talking about. Love you, bud. Yo, I hope you find all the peace that you've ever wanted as well, Caleb Emerson. Bro, you have great energy, Brody. Yo, like, I wish you were still here, bro. I would ask you what your favorite action movie is. You know what I'm saying? Because, look, I would look, my favorite action movie, okay, so, with that being said, we got to drop a quick $100 level story. You know what I'm saying? He just got us halfway to our super chat milestone. God damn, give it up for Caleb Emerson. You know what I'm saying? You are the GOAT. The GOAT. For real, for real. Yo. So I'm finding a story that matches that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Dude, I said at 300, I'll tell you. Nah. Okay, actually, I'm going to finish the story, and then we're going to get another one popping up. You know what I'm saying? Harlem fam. Yo, that's what's up, Brody. For real, for real. What's up, Christian? Appreciate you for grabbing the membership. Bruh. Caleb is legendary. Caleb is legendary. Bro. Yo, whatever church you go to, man, is lucky to have you, man. Yo, you got good energy, man. For real, for real. Yo. All right, so, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? We're going to find a crazy story to match that one, but we're going to finish this one first. You know what I'm saying? So, homeboy, you know what I'm saying? Homeboy, he, while he's telling me about his friend that, you know what I'm saying, who the hell they calling me? Oh, food by the door. Hell yeah, it is. Yo. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. Oh my God. We got eats, man. We got eats. Yo, nigga. Yo, so with that being said, homie, as he's telling me that his friends jumped him and they had an anxiety attack and they're tripping on him and stuff, he pulls out this big serrated piece of glass out of his gangsterlicious man bag that he had tied to his chest. You know what I'm saying? He pulls that out. And when he pulls out this knife, he starts telling me, he's like, oh man, you know, like, yeah, bro, it was real crazy when that happened, man. It's real crazy, bro. I'll tell you something else, man. Bro, I sure would love some money. Cause man, dude, like if I were to cut you right here, you would bleed out and like a gutted fish. And if I cut you right here, like you would immediately just never be alive no more. And if I cut you right here, then you wouldn't even be able to breathe no more. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I've been stabbed 8 times in the head already. You know what I'm saying? And I got stabbed once in the back as well in a fight when I was 12. So a dude pulling out a thick ass piece of glass on me is like a motherfucker threatening to steal my shoes, or he's threatening to kill me and he takes off a belt to do it. I'm like, motherfucker, what? Piece of glass? Bitch, I ain't a piece of paper. What you gonna cut with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Not to disrespect him, no. You know what I'm saying? Because to pull a serrated piece of glass on a black person, you gotta be goddamn brave. You gotta be the bravest human this side of Houston and Vegas. You know what I'm saying? This nigga pulled a piece of glass on a black guy at 3 a.m. in the morning thinking it was gonna go good. It's like pulling a spork. It'll pull a spork. I used to get, you know what it is? You know what it is? I think it's that I got a lot of whoopings when I was a kid, right? You know what I'm saying? From my parents. I used to get beat up a lot and jumped at school. So a serrated piece of glass, I've been stabbed 9 times. A serrated piece of glass. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, hey, what's up, pimp? What's up, pure aesthetic? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for the compliment, Brodies. Yeah, you were my favorite one. Appreciate you, Brody. You know what I'm saying? Harlem fam. For real, for real. Yo, who's your favorite rapper, Christian? Christian Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? What's your favorite type of music to listen to? So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I just started laughing at homie. I started laughing dead in his face. Piece of glass? Sir. So he pulls out the glass. I start laughing at him. I'm just like, like, okay, so look, I'm just gonna let you guys know though, right? Whenever I tell this story, whenever I laugh, because I start feeling the same laughter from that night, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? Whenever I feel that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it make me laugh so hard, I start to cry, right? So I just start crying, I start laughing. I'm just like, word? Yo, and so homie, you know what I'm saying? R&B soul. That's what's up. Yo, Caleb Emerson, if you're still here, what type of music do you like? What's your favorite music genre? You ain't got to come out the woodworks. You know what I'm saying? You might be like eating some food or like watching some cartoons. You know what I'm saying? Got us playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? It's all cool. You know what I mean? Bruh, God, man, this chicken smell good. Man, it smells so good. It smells so good. So, with that being said, that's the end of that story. Okay, so I started laughing at dude, and when I started laughing at him, he put his serrated piece of glass away in his gangsterlicious chest-held man backpack, and then this nigga gonna have the nerve to switch the story up because he realized, I don't know, something in him let him know that, you know what I'm saying, the glass was not, you know what I'm saying, like, if he would pulled out a knife, it'd have been different. You know what I'm saying, a knife, I can, you know, but a piece of glass? Nigga, now that I think about it, I don't think he could afford a knife. Cause like, you don't break a piece of glass and, you know what I'm saying? Stick it in your bag, then this will get him, pull it out to the people. Give me the money! Give it to me now! Like, this is some homeless shit, man. Piece of glass. But yeah, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying, he didn't put his piece of serrated glass away and then started doing cartwheel front flips. You know what I'm saying? And then telling me that, oh, I am a gym teacher up at college at UNLV. Look at me do a flip. I quickly, and he does a flip and shit. I was amused, nigga. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so, because Caleb Emerson dropped straight up 100, straight through. You know what I'm saying? Because he dropped a straight 100 through this mug. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Randy was the person that was with me that night. You know what I'm saying? He probably would say, you know what I mean? But yeah, he was there with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. You need to be in movies. Hey, I appreciate you, Pimpin' Ken. Oh, goddamn. It smells so good. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now 100 level story. Got you guys coming up fresh to show you that these mugs scale. So 100 single dono? Oh yeah. Oh, we dropping a banger. All right, so let's see. Yo, so right now, Caleb Emerson is king of the stream. You know what I'm saying? He's super chatted 220 through. You know what I'm saying? Can anybody dethrone him? I don't think it's possible. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's possible. I think it's impregnable. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's see. We about to hook this up. Okay, so you guys just got a good serious fight story time. I'm about to tell you guys a quick one. Let's see. Type of one in the chat. If once we reach the 500 in the super chat, if once we reach 100, if once we reach 260 more in the super chat, you guys want me to tell you guys the story of when I fought the guy that robbed my house at gunpoint and put him in the hospital a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Type of two in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of when I got beaten so badly during a fight when I was 16 that I didn't think I was going to wake up. I thought that was Murder, She Wrote. I thought that was it. I thought it was over. God dang it. Yo, type of one in the chat if you guys can hear everything I'm saying. Type of two in the chat if you guys can't hear any of this. Two in the chat. You guys want to hear the one where I was beaten to death and nearly didn't live. Understandable. Very understandable. Fight story first, men. Okay, so super chatters get to choose what stories I tell. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the amount in super chat. All right, cool. You guys want to hear the story of when... It sounds like you guys want to hear the story of when... Yeah, so what story you guys want to hear? Because I've confused us all. Yo, what's up, Sylvester? Hey, what's up, Steve Vester? There's a lot of Vesters today. You know what I'm saying? We about to sit and get our eat on. Yeah, man. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. You can get a blah, blah. May I snatch your chain? Yes. Yes, you may. Appreciate you, Amber. Appreciate you, Am4. Am4 Profit. Yeah. Oh my God, this food is so good. Okay, you guys. You got a good sense of humor. Thank you, Brody. Yeah. You have a good sense of humor as well, Brody. All right, so I'm going to hook you guys up with the next story. You know what I'm saying? If we reach 500 in super chat, if we reach 260 more in super chat, which our milestone is, our crazy super chat milestone is 500 in super chat. If we reach that mug, I will tell you guys of the fight that got me put in jail for a year. And it was over a woman. Not even a good woman either. I appreciate the comment. Okay. So let's see. No, we ain't gonna do that. No, fuck. Okay, so I'm about to hook you guys up with the story of fight I got up in jail. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys a bonus story time. Since Caleb sits so much in super chat, I'm gonna tell you guys a bonus story time about my first fight in jail. You know? Mm. 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 Appreciate the compliment, bro. Well, what's up, yo? So, my first night in jail, I didn't really have very many issues, right? But once they moved me to gym pop, it got bad. You know what I mean? Next 100 in super chat, I'll throw the food to the side and finish telling you guys a story. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I'm gonna finish this mug. Right? Next 100 in super chat, I will literally throw this plate of food. Ah! Right? Please don't do that before I finish it, though. I got 2 more pieces left. You know what I'm saying? If we reach 350 in super chat, which is the next 100 up, before I finish this plate, I'll throw it, which is 110 more in super chat. Huh? This food is really good. Damn, I didn't know you went to jail. Did you do that before becoming a YouTuber? Uh-huh. I did all my crime before I became a YouTuber. And these are all petty crimes, you know, and don't do anything I've done. Don't do anything I've done. You know what I'm saying? I was young, reckless. Don't do it. You know what I mean? These are cautionary tales. Oh, and always wear condoms. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why? What's the worst STD that you can get as a man? It's a pop quiz from earlier. What's the worst STD that you can get as a man? See who's been listening. I don't know. Who's saying crazy stuff, Steve? Cooties. You're close. A baby. Not bad, Lane. Not bad at all. HIV. Nope. That's not the worst thing you can get from kids. I mean, from women. Yeah, I went to jail as a teen, and I never went back. The condom thing, I never listened to. Oh well, I got burned a couple times. It happens to the best of us, no name. It happens to the best of us. No. Oh boy. No. Okay. The worst thing, the worst disease, the worst thing you can get from a woman, the worst thing you can catch from a woman is children. You know what I'm saying? Now I got a friend of mine who's been infected with kids, who's been, you know what I mean? The worst thing you can catch from women is kids. You know what I'm saying? It's the worst STD you can get. They never go away. That's real. You know what I'm saying? That's funny. You guys are funny. But think about it. You can get rid of syphilis. Kids ain't going nowhere, nigga. You know? That's for real. Okay, so there's a fight that I got into at school. You know what I'm saying? Well, because like, you know what I mean? You can get rid of, you know what I'm saying? You can get rid of the clap. You can get rid of chlamydia. Once you have kids, oh, they're there forever. And if you do find a way to get rid of them, then now the police are coming for you. What now? Think about that. You know what I mean? That's real. Yo, W chat to the Mod Squad. Nah. Okay. that being said, I was in jail, right? And there's a bonus story time for the 100 in super chat from Caleb. I was in jail, and I was protecting my bunkmate, right? One of my bunkmates was like, yo, we got to go to breakfast. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Right? We get in line to go to breakfast. After we get our breakfast, we sit down to eat. Now in jail, you don't get, what's Rashad doing? I have no idea, Christian. Rashad was robbing Walmarts for big screen TVs at the time. You definitely knew it, Christian. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Hey, W at the Mod Squad. You say 90% of dudes turn Muslim in jail? I believe that. Why do so many people turn Muslim in jail? Who's cooking me food? My roommates. People love BHD. So, I had a cellmate. He was way smaller than me. His name was Carl, right? Carl. Carl was cool people. Not as cool as Caleb Emerson, but he was cool people. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so with that being said, a dude tried to steal my homeboy Caleb's breakfast right in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, bro, you ain't about to just like, you know what I mean, treat my homeboy like bad, you know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So, after, you know what I'm saying, so my homeboy Carl, he goes to get his food, right? He opens up his food tray that is shaped exactly like freaking Panda Express, right? It's got the sugar cookie with the flavor crystal, with the flavorless flavor crystals in it. You know what I'm saying? Which is psychologically damning for us. You know how much it fucks with a person's head to bite into a sugar cookie that has all these flavor crystals on it, and the sugar cookie has the nerve to be yellow, like a delicious piece of cake. You know what I'm saying? Bite into that shit, flavor crystals just for show. Ain't no goddamn sugar or flavor in this shit. It's like eating ramen noodles with no ramen seasoning package in it. Disrespectful. You know what I mean? Food's delicious. We'll get a Chinese takeout. That's perfect. That's a perfect way of saying that. Those are exactly the type of questionable yellow cookies that one would get to at the Chinese restaurant. Those cookies were lies. Delicious, terrible tasting lies. You know? How could they do this to us? You know? But yeah, with that being said, With that being said, he opens up his tray, to get his food. You know what I'm saying? He looks in this mug, sugar cookie, you know what I'm saying? Freaking piece of bread with butter stuck in the fork that's in the bread. I don't know why they did this to us. You know what I'm saying? Oatmeal, no sugar. Them niggas ain't never give us two things to match in jail, bro. They ain't never give us two things to match. Sugar, no cookie, nigga. Really? Ham, no burger. You know what I'm saying? Ramen, no hot water to boil it in. Hot Cheetos, no hot sauce. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm up in that mug, you know what I'm saying? Just making it do what it do with the little that I had to work with. You know what I mean? So, I open up my tray, man. My roommate opens up his tray in unison with me. You know what I'm saying? And when he opens up his tray, you know what I'm saying? This big dude, this Debo, he wasn't even as big as Debo. This nigga was built like, he was a fat bully. Unathletic. Just would like to talk shit. You know what I mean? He was big, but with none of the physicality, right? Homie looks at my roommate, looks at my bunkmate, he's like, yo, don't you open up your tray. You know what I mean? You give me that food. You get that tray to me. You know what I mean? Run that. You know what I'm saying? My bunkmate look at me. Because just like in the Amazon show Reacher, I done told him. I'm like, Brody, I got you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? This white guy. But he listened to my story. He's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I got you, my white nigga. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna, if anybody gonna have to beat you up, either they gotta go through me, or they like my stories better than you do. I don't. I'm simple. What? You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Homie was like, homie looks at me to see what he should do about this dude getting ready to rob him for his food. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Right now we're halfway to our crazy milestone. You know what I'm saying? If we reach 260 more in Super Chat, because we're at 240 more so far, W's the chat to Skylove K-Love Emerson. You know what I'm saying? W's the chat to K-Love Emerson. If we reach 260 more Super Chat, I will be telling you guys the story of, number one in the chat, if once we reach 500 in Super Chat, you guys want to hear the story of how I got stabbed 8 times in the face. Hey, right here. Eek, 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 eek. Dun, dun, dun. Eek, 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 eek. You know what I mean? Number 2 in the chat, if once we reach 500 in Super Chat, it's 260 more in Super Chat, you guys want to hear the story of the Instagram model that I got pregnant who cheated on me with Drake. Wish I was joking. You know what? Then Drake, when she cheated on me with Drake, that didn't bother me. I was like, okay, that's understandable. But then when she cheated on me with Jinx, the reaction channel, I was like, motherfucker, what? This nigga? Really? She did it just because she knew that I wouldn't like that. That's literally the only reason why she did it. You know what I'm saying? That's a demon on your shirt? Yep. It's a demon from Demon Slayer. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit, bro. Glad you're good. Hell yeah, I'm good. Didn't take any long-lasting damage from it. You know what I'm saying? The guy who stabbed me went to sleep. He woke up later throwing up his own blood. He never did it again. He never tried it again, Which was best. Which was best. Yo, we really put homie to sleep. You know what I'm saying? He woke up throwing up his own blood, expecting pity. Never stab somebody in the face, man. Because they just, at a certain point of getting stabbed, I don't give a fuck what happens to the guy now. You know what I'm saying? She wants unlimited forgiveness. Who wants unlimited forgiveness? You know what I'm saying? Is she attractive? Is she Is she scantily clad? So, with that being said, ooh, I was telling you guys a really good story. I told you guys the one where the guy pulled the knife on me. You know what I'm saying? And then he put his knife back. It wasn't even a knife. It was a serrated piece of glass. Motherfucker, isn't that like a paper cut? Damn it. No. Just funny stuff. Hilarious stuff. Type of 1 in the chat if you guys can see and hear everything I'm saying. Type of 2 in the chat if y'all can't see none of this. You guys have great freaking energy, man. Yo. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. Jinx smashed? I don't think he smashed. I think, no. She told me he paid $3,000 to get with her. He paid $3,000. I was kicking it with her for free. You know what I'm saying? And the best part about it is when he spent the $3,000 on her, yo, W's in the chat to Aiden Plays. Yo, that's awesome that Aiden Plays is back once again. W's in the chat, Brody. Once we reach 253 more, I will be telling you guys the craziest fight story that you guys have ever heard in your life. You know what I'm saying? I got stabbed in the head 8 times by my own brother. Dun, dun, dun. You know what I mean? We've since made up. You know what I'm saying? He lived with me for like 5-7 years after that. So it's all water under the bridge. But at the time, he tried to kill me. You know what I'm saying? He's great people, but he tried to kill me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a good person. You know, he's got great energy. Love him. But he tried to kill me. Like, at it. Eek, 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 eek. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, it took no long-lasting damage from it. You know what I mean? As fit as a fiddle. The only thing I got from getting stabbed in the head was it turned down the volume of people pulling knives on me. You know, I am new. Well, Pepsi, I would like to welcome us to you. You know, we're peaceful people. You know, we just look violent. You know, we share many stories. We come together 2 to 3 times a day to share stories amongst each there too. You know, we go and get kindling. You know, we set a fire, roast marshmallows, and small and midgets. You know, and or any dog that looks like it might be delicious if covered in honey mustard. You know, but yes, you know, welcome. You know, you were amongst friends. You know, yeah. Yo, all right, y'all. Okay, so I was about to tell you guys a story. I had a really good story for you. Oh, a 5 in super chat. All right, so we just got a 5 in super chat, which means we will be telling the equivalent in a story. You know what I'm saying? So peep game. Let's see. Yes. I shall tell you the story of when I ran into the guy that really, really wanted to suck feet. You know, not my feet, but feet. You know. Now, every super chat you guys send through, you know what I'm saying? I tell you a story for every super chat that comes through. Bigger the super chat, the longer and crazier the story. You know what I'm saying? Once we reach, because we're already at 248 in super chat. Once we reach 252 in super chat, I will be telling you guys the craziest story of me getting stabbed 8 times. Type of 1 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of me getting stabbed 8 times in the face once we reach the 500 super chat milestone. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of my first time getting stabbed when I was 11. In the back, nonetheless. I was getting jumped by about 37 people, most of them women. Women with weapons. The worst type of women. You know what I'm saying? Ratchet women. Not because they were black, but because they all had weapons. Bitches were crazy. Yeah. Type of one in the chat. If you guys want to hear the story of when I got stabbed 8 times in the face. Eek, 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 eek. Once we reach 252 more in Super Chat, type 2 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of when I got my first time getting stabbed when I was 11 in foster care, living with Miss Reed. Ah, yes, Miss Reed. So masculine that I don't know how her mustache wasn't thicker than it was. You know what I'm saying? Because Lord knows her mother's mustache was thick as shit. That bitch's mustache was as thick as a bowl of oatmeal with the mumps. You know, her mother was far thicker than a swamp possum with the mumps. You know, and that shit is lumpy. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Ah, yes. Appreciate the compliment, Pure Aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I wear it with pride. Someone hasn't had their Cheerios today. Everyone, look at I think Pure Aesthetic is having a pure mental breakdown. Poor baby. Someone quick stroke his face and tell him it's better and different than everyone else's. Someone quick grab a napkin and wipe the drool from his blubbering lips. Oh look, now this nigga's speaking in Alien versus Predator speech. Vlog the slueless knagen slogan vlog. Oh snap. You know what I'm saying? Poor thing. Everyone, please send Pure healing energy. You know what I'm saying? He's obviously going through it. You know what I'm saying? Look on the bright side, Pure Aesthetic. It could be worse. You know? Probably not for you. Probably not. It's probably as bad as it could be. But hey, look on the bright side. The rest of us are doing good. Oh man, that's what's up. Yeah. That's funny. Hey, what's up, some chill guy? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, poor guy. Yo, shout out to some chill guy, man. What's up, Zadi? What's up, Kapump? Alright, so let's get back up into these stories, man. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty then. So. Yeah. Alright, so. Type of 1 in the chat if once we reach the 500 in Super Chat, 200. Once we reach 252 more in Super Chat, you guys want me to tell you guys the fight story, the secret fist fight that I had with Chavez. Y'all don't know about that one. Yeah, feel that. Yeah, get that up in there. Yeah, y'all like that's good. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of when I got stabbed. Once we reach 500 in Super Chat as the secret craziest fight I've ever been in. Appreciate you, Alexa. You didn't fight no one. Of course I didn't. No, I did not fight anyone. Please don't hurt us, Jose. Please don't beat us. You're not gonna hit us again, are you? Oh. Bruh. All right, so let's see. We're in 6120. All right. Tying them to your biggest place. Damn. Nigga. All right, we still got a ways to go. I keep thinking we're farther along in this story. You call Cap? Super chat and I'll prove you wrong. But if you broke, just say that. You could. You know what I'm saying? Don't be. We'll spare him this time. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. Oh my. All right, so let's see. Okay. Deal. All right, so I'm gonna tell you guys the craziest fight story that I have. That's not an unlockable. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you guys. Okay. So type of one in the chat if you guys want to hear. Once we reach the 500 super chat milestone, you guys want to hear the story of when the fight that landed the guy that robbed my house at gunpoint in the hospital for about 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of the last time I almost got shot. Yeah. Super straight, Master Kenobi. You know what I mean? I am super straight. Yeah. What's up, Zaddy? What's up, that guy? What's up, 301 Keck? What it is, Alex? What's up, Jose? What's up, Toads? You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up? All right, so we got 1-1. 1-1. Does that mean the ones win? That might mean that the ones win. Hey, what's up, Zadi? Hey, what's up, Toads? Hey, so Master Kenobi, you know what I'm saying? If you want to say stuff about femboys and stuff, you're gonna have to super chat that through. My mod squad, they will ban you. My mod squad will ban you for coming in here and, doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? They will just ban you. So either keep it clean in the chat, or you know what I mean, you'll be banned. There is no in between. That's really cool, Alex. You know what I'm saying? Serious Clifford turns to your wildest crime. Ooh, okay. Type of 1 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of what made me stop burglarizing houses when I was living in the projects when I was younger. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want me to tell you guys the situation that made me move out of the hood and never go back. You know what I'm saying? Type of 1 in the chat. You know what I'm saying? For real. Ooh. Hey, W's in the chat, man. Let's see. Yo, what time is it where you guys are at? For real. What time is it where you guys are at? Or are you guys telling me that I should roll out and cut this storytime stream short? Yeah. I don't want to go. Let me see. I still got like 2-3 more hours in me. Understandable. Guess we'll just start over at the regular stories. You know what I'm saying? Instead of telling the higher ones. Let's see. I've got some wild stories. All right, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're going to tell some crazy stories. Drop a super chat, you get to pick the story. Crazier the super chat, crazier the story. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Lane Boosing? That's what's up. Hey, what's up, Alexis? I know you're a dude named Alexis, and you're in here looking for other dudes. Like this is like Plenty of Fish or something, or like Tinder. And you know what I mean? It's cool that you're thirsty, but you know, I actually have a girlfriend. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna need you to respect the sanctity of my relationship and shut the fuck up respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, with respect, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga. Yo, what's up, that boy? What's up, Dakota? What's up, EZYS? You know what I'm saying? You ain't gay? Yes, you are. No straight person goes into a stream and asks people if they're gay unless they're looking for their kind. You're obviously trying to rally the troops. You know what I'm saying? But I think you're in the wrong place. James Charles' stream is that way. Yeah, that way. Alexis YW says, my brother is gay. I bet you do. I bet he is. Oh, I bet. That's what's up, Common. Yeah, hey, Common. No, you're good to come out. You know what I mean? It's good that you come out to us first, Common. You know what I'm saying? You are amongst friends. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Man, I suck. I'm going to tell you guys. Okay, so type a 1 in the chat if once we reach 253 more in Super Chat, you guys want to hear, you know what? Ooh, type a 1 in the chat if once we reach 100 more in Super Chat, you guys want to hear the fight, the story of the fight that got me put in jail for years straight. Type a 2 in the chat if instead you guys want to hear the story of my first time getting stabbed when I was 11, when I was this many. You know what I'm saying? What time is it here? It is 10:30 here. For real. First time getting stabbed. Understandable. That's what's up, Alexis. That's what's up, Christian Jacobs. All right, y'all. Once we reach the next 100 in the Super Chat, I will be telling you guys a story of when I was my first time getting stabbed. You know what I'm saying? When I was a children. That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. Yo, appreciate the compliment. Yeah, BHD does like girls. For real. I loves the ladies, man. I love the ladies. That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. Yo, W's, man. Appreciate you. For real. Hey, what's up, Art Frillo? What's up, Lane? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It happens. Happens to the best of us. So 1s and 2s, man. That's what's up. Let's see. Random Entertainment. What's up, Brody? You know what I'm saying? I suck. My first. Ooh. All right, so we've told a lot of crazy stories tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? The higher the Super Chat, the crazier the Super Chat, the crazier the story I'm telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? Peep game. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so let's see. Let me see. Hold up. Wait, hold up. Chick blew up my phone. I told the chick. Wait, hold up. All right, so right now, type a 1 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story about the time I got jumped after school. Type a 2 in the chat if you guys want to hear about the story, the fight that got me suspended. Because it's a wild story. Understandable, WAP. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy sandwiches as well. You know what I'm saying? Type of 1 in the chat if you guys can hear everything I'm saying. Type of 2 in the chat if y'all can't hear none of this. So I'm gonna tell you guys a real quick story. How I snuck into the VidCon after party. You talk about the after party, which one? Because I snuck into a lot of after parties. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. All right, so a lot of you guys are saying one. A lot of you guys are saying one. Yeah. The fight. You got you suspended, throwing hands. All right, a lot of you guys are saying one. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? That's hilarious. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys the story of when I caught my little brother and sister getting jumped after school. I never told you guys, this story. So, what happened was we were all living in like foster care at the time, right? And I was walking my little brother and sister to school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking into school, and when I get them to school, they tell me that some bullies were like, trying to fight him and stuff, right? So I'm thinking nothing of it. I'm thinking, okay, they're probably just joking. It's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? So I leave. I go home. I go back to, where I'm supposed to be kicking it at and shit. So I come back after I get done, at school and shit. And after I get done at school, damn. That's wild. That's fire. So after I get done at school, you know what I'm saying? I got to go back and pick up my little brother and sister. So I go back to pick up my little brother and sister, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking back. Everything looks like it's cool, right? So I turn the corner, and as I turn the corner, you know what I'm saying, I start walking towards where I'm supposed to be picking my little brother and sister up at. And I see, and all I hear is, I see that these two people getting jumped. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's see. Are you a Chad? I would not think that. You know what I'm saying? I would not say that. I'm not a he slut. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. Yep. Yeah. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Oh, goodness. Yeah. Ric Flair drip. The heck? Yeah, females do got it on easy mode. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let me see. Where are you from, Final Destination? Yeah. Was at a VidCon after party when you were still a small creator, but never told the story. Understandable, random. You know what I'm saying? All right, so super chatters get to choose what stories we tell next. You know what I'm saying? For real. I will tell you that story, but I'm going to tell you a real quick version of it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, here's what happened, right? You said a VidCon story. I snuck into a VidCon. I hung out with Swoozy, a whole bunch of creators, and I dodged Joey Graceffa for the entire night because he was fucking insufferable in person. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so I see you spamming the chat Final Destination. You can't do that or else my mods are going to get rid of you, bro. What's up, Kevin Flanagan? You know what I'm saying? For real, bro. All right, so it's a good thing you're not spamming, though. You're saying, awesome stuff. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Once we reach 100 more in Super Chat, I'll be telling you guys the story of just the fight of when I beat up the dude that robbed my house at gunpoint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we did some real damage to him, man. What's up, Real Eddie? You know what I'm saying? Marriage sucks for men, for real. Final Destination, where are you getting your information? Because you sound smart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying marriage is bad. I'm not saying marriage is terrible. I'm not saying I'll never get married. I'm just saying marriage sucks. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Nice shirt. Yeah, it's solo leveling. Yeah. Type of 1 in the chat if you guys enjoy anime. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys don't really watch anime like that. For real, for real. If you guys have any questions that you guys really want answered, super chat it through. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Hey, what's up, Jack Avery? Stop having kids. Hey, yo, Final Destination. Stop being preachy. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, I'm going to need you to, like, keep your opinions to yourself. Or at least most of them. Feel free to, you know, talk to us, but keep your opinions to yourself, because my mod squad is going to get rid of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you want to just yell and talk a whole bunch of goofy stuff, you know what I'm saying? Understandable. And there they go. W's in the chat to the mod squad. For real, for real. Yeah. You got a good playlist. Thank you, Zadi. All right, so. Yeah, he's on that other shit. Yo, W's in the chat to Random Entertainment. Yo, how did I get access to the area, though? Okay, so this is what I did. I went and found some other YouTuber homies of mine, and I blended in with them and just talked to them as we walk past security. You know what I'm saying? So if you bunch up in a group of at least four people and you're constantly talking as you're walking past people, then they're going to think you belong there. You know what I'm saying? But you have to hold your head up. You can't hold your head down because you look suspicious. But if you hold your head up, yeah, STEWIE, like I was saying, man, that shit was wild as hell. You can walk past anybody with that. But if you walk, yeah, man, anyway, like I was saying, you look suspicious. But yeah, man, like I was saying, like, you know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yeah, it worked, Random. I've done it multiple times. I've gotten into VidCon with that one, Random. I've gotten into TwitchCon with that one, Random. I've gotten into a bunch of different places. The current topic of discussion, you know what I'm saying, is just a bunch of fight stories and stuff. Okay, so that 10 in super chat, you know what I'm saying? Every single super chat you guys send through is a story, is a separate story. You know what I'm saying? The bigger the super chat, the longer and the crazier the story I tell you. You know what I'm saying? My craziest story, let's see. Like, oh God. You know what I'm saying? My craziest story I would have to say would be the time I was at a party, you know what I'm saying? And one of my homegirls got shot in the neck downstairs. You guys might not want to hear that one though. For real, for real. Yo, W's the chat to Random Entertainment. Yo, Random Entertainment, have you ever been to any of the any conventions or anything like that? You know what I'm saying? All right, you guys, once we reach 90 more in super chat, you know what I'm saying? I will be telling you guys the craziest fight story. You know what I'm saying? I'll be telling you guys the fight story that got me put in jail for a year straight. For real, for real. I don't hear him. W's in the chat to the mod squad. You know what I'm saying? Nerd. That's what's up. Yeah. Oh boy. All right, hold on, guys. Give me a second. Yo, where you guys from? You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Any of you guys come into the chat? How much for 360? 400 in super chat. You know what I mean? Directly. Matter of fact, 400, you know what I'm saying? 300 if it's through my tip jar. You know what I mean? That's clearance prices today, man. Tomorrow is going to be 4,000. I can guarantee it. I can't publicly say yet, but I BS'd my way into multiple celebrity events, and from being there so often, I'm just invited now. Hell yeah, random. That's the way you got to do it. What's up, boss man? So I'm gonna tell you guys a story, a quick $10 story, real quick. I got you guys coming up fresh. You know what I'm saying? This story is sponsored in part by Random Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Random Entertainment. I don't know about you, but the shit's been keeping me busy. You know, shit's been keeping me entertained. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, I was about to get jumped one day after school. You know what I'm saying? And I was with the homies and shit. You know what I'm saying? We was chilling. It was 3 of us. 7 dudes walk up on us to try to jump us. You know what I'm saying? So now when I say us, I mean me. But my homies were there with me. I just would like to think they would have helped me. So the dudes walk up on me and shit. They got their pooch on. They're like, yo, we about to murder you, bro. We about to beat the shit out of you, bro. And I'm just like, oh shit, oh shit. And I turn around and run as fast as I could. Man, I turn around and break into the fastest sprint I've ever done in my life. I shit you not. I turn around, bang, bing. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think I ran into? You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. I want to hear you guys' guesses. You know what I'm saying? 500 to see a stock portfolio. Hey, look, it's at least 1,000 for me to show my stock portfolio. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. That's what's up, Zadi. You know what I'm saying? Poop? Nah, not poop. Hey, what's up, Random Entertainment? Looney Tunes light pole. I ran directly into a light pole. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Ran directly into a light pole. You know what I'm saying? I woke up 3 hours later. You know what I mean? With everything still on me. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga. For real, for real. Hey, what's up, Kaiser? Yo. Check while running. All right, you guys. So, let's see. All right. So I'm going to tell you guys the craziest fight story you guys have ever heard in your life. So, type of 1 in the chat if you guys ever heard the story of me fighting the guy Rashad Banks who robbed my house at gunpoint and then me putting him in the hospital for about 3 months. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys have never heard that story. Got you guys, yo. You know what I'm saying? We've reached 257 so far in Super Chat. If we reach 400 in Super Chat, I will tell you guys a story way crazier than this one. Way crazier. You know what I'm saying? So stand by. Random Entertainment is going down. And I'm yelling timber. Aight. Bigger story. Boom. Drop click. Yeah, right. I thought we got another one. So this is what happened, right? My house got robbed by this dude named Rashad Banks, right? Now, if we reach 350 in Super Chat, which is in 90 more in Super Chat, I will tell you guys we will unlock the entire version of this story. Just let me know, and I'll tell you guys any stories you guys want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know by sending a 30 in Super Chat. So 30, and you get to request any story I tell you. You know what I'm saying? 10 in Super Chat, I'll drop a secret that no one's supposed to know about. You know what I'm saying? That I haven't told anybody. Yeah. So, with that being said, this guy Rashad Banks had robbed my house at gunpoint, right? And I can't even tell you how livid I was at this. You know what I'm saying? I've known this dude for 13 years. We were supposed to be really, really good friends. You know what I'm saying? This piece of shit robbed my house at fucking gunpoint. Good God. So, with that being said, You know what I'm saying? Oh. So with that being said, you know, me and the dude, you know what I'm saying? So the way I got to hang out with that dude again, so I'm gonna spare you guys the details, but I told homie that there was a place where you know, he wanted me to help him rob a house, right? Because that's what we used to do when we lived in the projects together, right? Thank you, Brody. Thank you, Zeno. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Zio. Thank you, Wop. Thank you, Kevin. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so we used to rob houses. We used to burgle houses when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, don't ever do that. I learned my lesson. You know what I'm saying? Didn't even have to get caught to learn my lesson. You know what I'm saying? But, so he tells me about a house that we can go burgle and get a bunch of money out of it. So I'm like, no, I know a better house we can go burgle. And this is after he robbed my house at gunpoint, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted my get back. So I go out, tell him, yeah, there's a better house we can burgle. He's like, yo, where's it at? I tell him the address. He's like, yo, so my girl can drive us there. You know what I'm saying? We'll unlock her girl, his girl's name once we reach another 10 in Super Chat. So, you know what I'm saying? His girl goes, gets dressed, he gets dressed, comes out of his apartment, and he's like, yo, tell me about the story, man. Let's walk in the back real quick. So we walk in the back and we're walking, you know, around where everything's like all pavement, brick and shit. And we're walking in the parking lot in the back of the Pyramids, which is a hotel, which is a apartment complex out here in Las Vegas, right? So, with that being said, we're walking. And homie, he looks at me, and this is after he robbed my house at gunpoint. Homie looks at me, and he says to me, he's like, he just looks at me and he smiles. And when he smiled, I saw my brother, bro. I couldn't help it. You know what I mean? My brother got robbed so bad, I felt bad for him. So I was like, motherfucker. So I just hauled off and hit dude in his face, right? Hit this nigga in his face. Homie freaking staggers. Ugh. So I hit homie in his face. I'm like, bah! Homie staggers, right? And he turns with the punch so that, you know, and he tries to run in the direction. I punched him and he's like, ugh. He tries to run, right? So I run up alongside him. Yeah, I mean, I grab him by his waist and I hip threw him onto the ground, which ended up freaking, you know, I mean, like freaking smashing his skull into the freaking pavement. Bah! You know what I'm saying? And when homie's on the ground, I get on top of him because he robbed my house at gunpoint and my brother almost died from that. So I was mad. I felt that I deserved some get back. So I get on top of him and I start hitting homie in the face. I start raining down rights to his face. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I was right. He was wrong for what he did. I'm raining down rights to his face, telling him like magic school bus type phrases. Why you gonna rob my house, bro? I thought we was brothers. I thought we was friends. You robbing niggas? When's the new Dragon Ball Z Broly movie coming out? Ah! Just kept giving him unanswered rights to the face, holding him down with the left, and then peppering him with the right. You know what I'm saying? It felt right. It was wrong, but it felt so right. So, you know what I'm saying? Homie, he bucks me off of him, and he turns, and he gets up, and he starts running, but he's punch drunk, so he can't run very far. This nigga was running like a discombobulated Resident Evil zombie. It was hilarious. This nigga was running like this. Don't make me laugh. So damn. That's probably gonna bleed. Tartar sauce. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, shit. Damn. Hip. Oh, man, I hurt my foot. Oh, man. Type of 1 in the chat, you guys can hear everything I'm saying. Type of 2 in the chat, you guys can't hear none of this. So, you know what I'm saying? Oh, boy, he gets up. You know what I'm saying? So he tries to run. And when he's running like a fucking Resident Evil zombie and still all discombobulated and shit. So I run up alongside him and I put my leg out in front of him and I hip through him again. Bah! Smashes his skull into the pavement again. All the rocks and all the gravel and shit directly into his freaking skull and shit. So while he's on the ground, I put one hand around his neck and I start hitting homie with the rights again. Like, yo, that's how you feel, nigga. You robbing my house, bro. Like, my brother got robbed because of that. I didn't like that. I was like, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So then, you know what I'm saying, he starts like covering his face up real good. So now I can't punch him in the face no more. And I was real mad. You know what I'm saying? I look like a Crip. I've never been gang affiliated. I appreciate the compliment though, but I've never been gang affiliated. You know what I'm saying? I just grew up in those areas. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I mean? Like, you know. Yeah. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? After you know what I mean? Like after homie started like, covering his face, so I couldn't hit him in the face no more. You know what I'm saying? I did something that almost landed me in jail for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Please don't make these mistakes, people. Don't do none of this shit. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Homeboy, he's laying on his back, he's covering his face, his stomach meat is all open and looking shiny and shit. So I jump up straight into the air and I do what I saw in the movie, which was a terrible idea. And I jump up straight into the air and I come down and I land with every bit of weight I could muster directly into his stomach. Bah! Like, bro, I still remember what I did. It was like this. Bah! Like right on his ribs, bro. Broke 5 of his ribs, right? Lucky it didn't kill him. Very surprised it didn't kill him. With that being said, you know what I'm saying, homeboy, he when I did that to him, you know what I'm saying, he made the expression that I would imagine a tube of toothpaste would make when you slam down on the middle of it and it's full of toothpaste. You slam down in the middle of it and both sides burst and squirt out of one side. This nigga, you know what I'm saying, he starts he lets out this really satisfying sound. It was great. He's like, it was great. You know what I mean? He robbed my house at gunpoint, you know, did a bunch of terrible stuff, robbed a bunch of people. He deserved it. So, hey, what's up, Dustin? What's up, DT? South Central. Where you from, Brody? Where you from, DT? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Eilina? What's up, Zayo? What's up, Roger? What's up, Starseed? Ooh. This song is fire. Oh, what's up, 4Up? Yo, what's up, Zio? Have I ever been arrested? Yep, did a year. I did a year. You know what I'm saying? I got arrested. You know what I'm saying? So if we, right now we're at 257. If we reach 300 in Super Chat, I'll tell you guys what I got arrested for. I'll tell you guys a story behind me getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So, with that being said, what's up, Kevin? You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. My day's going really good, bro. Hope your day is going good as well. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Homie, he landed on his ribs, broke 5 of his ribs, and, you know, homie turns around and starts like, you know, he gets up and he tries to run again. So I run over, grab him, and smash his skull into the pavement. Bah! You know what I'm saying? Because it's really easy to throw somebody. Like I step behind his legs and he just throw him over my legs and he goes flying. But I did that, but like, you know, freaking, you know what I mean? Like, you know, made it so that his skull was going directly into the pavement. So I was like, bah! So, you know, this time when he's on the ground, you know what I'm saying, I hold him down with my left and I start just like giving homie straight up, you know what I'm saying? Just hitting this homie straight in his eye. Same spot. Blah, 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 blah. And then he throws up, he spits up this glob of blood that was so black that I knew he was close to death. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I stopped. Because I saw in an episode of Magic School Bus, you know what I'm saying, or Recess, definitely one of them. It was definitely Toonami. You know what I'm saying? I saw in an episode of Magic School Bus that the blacker the blood that someone spits up, the closer they is to death. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So Hunter, you say this is cap. Drop a super chat and I'll prove you wrong. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, but if you broke, just say that. You know what I'm saying? If you broke, just say that. And we'll leave you alone. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Hey, what's up? Too much jewelry. I'm serious. The moral of the story is, if you broke, just say that. There's nothing wrong with being broke. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Shoot, I ain't got $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Lil Nas X is gangster. To each his own, man. To each his own. So, what's up, Aaron? So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Once we reach the super chat milestone of 500 in super chat, once we reach 243 more, 243 more in super chat, I will be telling you guys the craziest fight story you've ever heard in your life. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you guys a story of when I got stabbed 8 times in the face or in the head. Eek, 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 eek. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. That's what's up. Yo, you guys, what's the video that you guys saw of mine that got you guys interested in watching my videos? You know what I'm saying? Well, jewelry. Ooh. My eyesight blurred. Excuse me, I have on too much jewelry. Never too much, never too much, so much. My bad, y'all wasn't supposed to see that. Y'all wasn't supposed to see that. My bad. It's the Migos, man. Y'all know how that be. All right, so with that being said, happy tree friends. Awesome. You know what I'm saying? Happy tripping, just chicken. Ooh. Hey, what's up? Story time. What's up, Justin Bright? All right, so, peep game. So, you know what I'm saying? Homie leans over and he spits out this huge glob of blood. Just black. You know what I'm saying? I thought you'd think the homie was a dying vampire, how black the blood he spit out was. You know what I'm saying? But luckily enough for me, that I used to watch PBS growing up, and I know the blacker the blood, the closer they are to death. So the worse of the internal injury. So, you know what I'm saying? I need to let up. I can't be jumping on this guy's rib again. He's not gonna make it. Right? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. He turns over, spits out the blood, and then he starts begging for his life. Okay, because only one of his eyes is swollen closed, right? He says very, very vehemently, okay, I'm sorry, because the whole time he's been lying and saying it wasn't him. He hasn't robbed my house, but so finally, when I got him on death's doorstep, that's when he finally freaking, he finally told me the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even the worst part of what happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? But y'all want me to tell y'all the rest of this story, bro? You know what I'm saying? We got to at least reach the next, at least get this mug up to 100 more in Super Chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Once we reach 100 more in Super Chat, once we reach 357 more, once we reach 357 in Super Chat, we're at 257 right now, I will tell you guys the ending of this story. Good God. Bruh. But until then, I shall tell you guys the story of the bloodiest fight I ever saw in school. You know what I'm saying? The bloodiest fight I ever saw in school. So, one morning, me and one of my boxing homeboys, you know what I'm saying? We walk into the school together, you know what I'm saying? And while we walking in, my homeboy was huge, big, strong, buff motherfucker. And he did nothing but box. All he did was train boxing. You know what I'm saying? So he was a beast with the hands. You know what I'm saying? So me and homie walk into school together, and I guess this one dude who was like new to the school and he wanted to, prove that he was a big bad motherfucker. He walk up into school and he goes and walks up to my homeboy. He's like, yo, you, I heard you been talking shit about me. And my homeboy is like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't even talk shit. Why would I do that? And the dude is like, and the dude thinks because he's taller than him, he's like, what? No, damn that. Damn that. You been talking shit. I'm about to mash you, bro. I'm about to break your face. I'm about to, oh yeah, like snap it to a Slim Jim, like ad libs and shit, like that type of shit. So my homeboy is like, look, bro, you keep woofing at me, bro, and I'm gonna break your face, bro. Leave me alone, bro. I'm not with that shit. And the homie thinking that he was woofing because he was scared. So he turns around, you know what I'm saying? How much would I charge for prank calls? A 50 in super chat is a prank call. It's a super chat request. It's also the amount of a good song. For real, for real. Appreciate the compliments. You know what I'm saying? 100 million% cap. All of this stuff is all photoshopped. Lay narcos. You know what I'm saying? AKA Policia. You know what I'm saying? It's all, this is all photoshopped. Narcos. What do you... But anyway, like I was saying, before, you know, that dude said stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's see. So, the guy, he walks in, you know what I'm saying? So him and the homie, they about to fight, right? They about to throw down. They about to thump, whatever they call it, right? So my homeboy is like, all right, bro. I was like, on God, bro, if you keep talking that shit, I'm just going to break your leg. I'm going to break your face. Homie's like, yeah, do something. Do something. What? Do something. So the homie, you know what I'm saying? I'd never forget it. I watched this shit. It was wild. Homie, and mind you, once we reach 357, once we reach 50 more in super chat, I will tell you guys the ending of the last story. You know what I'm saying? We'll finish the last story. So, homeboy comes at my homeboy, you know what I'm saying? And he goes and he throws a punch, right? I'll never forget this shit. It was like watching some superhuman shit in person. It was like watching some superhuman shit in person. Like some shit that's only happens in the movies. Homie came at him. Wow! Threw the punch. My homeboy ducked up under it. Stepped behind him. Grabbed his skull. And smashed him through a glass trophy case. Bah! Bro. Glass case goes smashing into 100 fucking pieces. Glass everywhere. Homie is unconscious somehow, right? The dude that got put through the glass trophy case is unconscious. And he's like slumped in the glass case, right? Then the next thing that happened is some Final Destination type of shit, right? You guys know in the Final Destination movies when that big thing of ice looking, you know what I mean, freaking huge thing of glass that's shaped like a serrated blade is about to come down on the back of somebody's neck? That shit happened to him. You know what I'm saying? The freaking big, huge, sharp thing of glass that's shaped like a huge freaking glass knife just unlodges because all the support that it had from the rest of the glass was all shattered. So that shit wiggles loose and comes down directly on the back of the dude that started the fight's neck, right? If one of the teachers hadn't grabbed the back of the scruff of his neck and pulled him out just in the nick of time. I'm talking at the last minute. It was a black teacher too. You know what I'm saying? He looked like the ladies' man. He was shaped like the ladies' man. Leon Phelps. Grabs the kid by the scruff of the back of his neck, pulls him out of the freaking thingy thing. You know what I'm saying? Bro. It was crazy, bro. Crazy work. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Yo, type 1 in the chat if you guys can see and hear everything. Type 2 in the chat if you guys can't see and hear everything. Let's see. All right, you guys. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Once we reach 243 more in super chat, you know what I'm saying? I will be telling you guys the craziest fighting story you've ever heard in your life. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Mm. 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 What happened to my head? I got stabbed 8 times right here. You know what I'm saying? I know that's what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what happened to my head. I got stabbed 8 times. For real, for real. Mm-hmm. 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 Yo, so where are you guys from? What time is it where you guys are at? Let's see. Why not shorty face? Uh. I've been streaming for 2 hours and have been locked in. Haven't gotten a super chat in 45 minutes. What shall I do? Hey, what's up, Iraqi? What's up, Mr. Pretzel? What's up, Alex? Wait, on my face, look at my motherfucking face. Call out the songs, right? Yeah. Yep. That's what's up. What's up, Mr. Pretzels? You know what I'm saying? Hey, what it is, Brody? All right, you guys. What time is it where you guys are at? You know what I mean? All right, so the next person that sends the super chat gets to pick the next story I tell. For real, for real. Regardless of the amount. That's what's up, the host. Hey, what's up, Savage? You. Hey, yo, do you guys want to... Hey, do you guys want to hear about my wildest in-school fight against the racists? You know what I'm saying? $2 and $5 super chatters get to decide. Y'all get to vote. You know what I'm saying? 2s and 5s get to decide. Yo, I'm glad that my content helped you through your sickness, Christian. What advice do you have for the younger gents? Wear condoms. For real, for real. Yeah. Bruh. That's what's up. Best advice so far. Didn't expect it, but love, bro. Yeah. Use condoms, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Like, my best advice, honestly, Wait until you've dated 50 women to get married. Wait until you've piped 50 women to get married. That's real shit. That's real shit. Yeah, yeah. Hey, what's up, Christian? What's up, DV? What's up, Romulo? What's up, the host? You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. But yo, type of one in the chat. If once we reach 243 more in super chat, you guys want me to tell you guys the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. Like, it's really, really bad. Something I should never tell anyone. Type of two in the chat if you guys want to hear the craziest fight story I've ever never told people. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Understandable, Christian Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a minute since the last super chat. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna take us out of super chat drought? That's what's up. The damage. Bro, what's you guys' favorite anime? You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Which my favorite anime right now is Solo Leveling. For real. Let's see. I like Initial D. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I've never been to Istanbul. I've watched some Initial D, but not a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yo, W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Yo, W's in the chat to Toad's Throne. You know what I'm saying? Can you see how long I've been subbed? I can go check. I can definitely go check for you, Brodies. You know what I'm saying? You are a GOAT, Brody. I can definitely go check for you, Brody. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat to Toad's Throne. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine how long you've been subscribed, bro. Probably like 10, 11, 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Yo, W's in the chat, man. Yo, you're legendary, Brody. All right, so I'm going to tell you a real quick, funny story for that super chat, Brody. Every super chat gets a story. You know what I'm saying? The higher the super chat, the crazier the story. If we reach 240 more in super chat before, you know what I'm saying, before we reach our 4th hour, I will tell you guys the craziest, most violent, craziest fight story I've ever had happen to me. For real, for real. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, I was at the corner store and it was this dude. He was like, when I walked past him, opened the door, when I got through the door, you know what I'm saying, when I got through the door of the gas station, man, it was this real old dude. He looked like John Witherspoon, low key. You know what I'm saying, but way heftier, like Biz Marquee shape type dude. You know what I'm saying? So I walked through the door, you know what I'm saying, and dude don't say nothing, right? And then I see a female walk in after me, and this nigga, I'd never forget it. Yo, this dude says out loud, "Oh my God, I want to eat those dirty, nasty, disgusting feet." And I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? So then I had to go and hear this shit more. So I went and I sat down like 5 seats away from him, and I watched this motherfucker sexually harass every foot that walked through that door for like 20 minutes, bro. He was a feet freak, man. He was a freak, he was in the freaky feet things, guys. You know what I'm saying? It was wildin'. It was wildin'. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But for real though. Yeah. But yo, I suck. You know what I'm saying? 2 in super chat, man. Real quick story. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah. That's what's up. W's in the chat to the mod squad. W's in the chat to the mod squad. Yeah. Hey, thanks for the compliment, Brody. That sounds like somebody who is suffering from extremely micro mini penis syndrome. Poor thing. Yeah, you say you're the BDK, right? So what does BDK stand for, Seth? Please enlighten us. Please tell us. Please tell us in the chat how BDK you are. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It sounds like you have one of the worst cases of micro mini penis and or penis envy that we've seen on this channel in a long time, Seth. Really sad stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sending a lot of healing energy your way because you must be going through it, man. Poor thing. Get on here and say, you know what I'm saying, it's BDK. So that's, you know what I'm saying? If you have to say that about yourself, then, you know, we all know what that means. Like, which is why none of us are doing that. You know what I'm saying? I wonder who made poor Seth feel insignificant. You know what I'm saying? What made you feel so so genitalically insignificant, Seth? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Just from your typing, man, this dude types like he dresses like Young Thug at album release parties, skirts and shit. You know what I'm saying? That it walking there, yeah, I'm BDK, guys. You know it's true because I'm the one telling you. It's a BDK. You know, that's, you know, I'm not overcompensating for anything, guys. That's not why I'm trying to be edgy and talk smack. It's because I'm really hung like a race. What's something that race is like a race? You know what I mean? Like a race seal. Yeah, hung like a racing seal. Did you guys know seals are hung? You know what I'm saying? No. Oh, Seth, his feelings is hurt. Seth, no, why'd you? Seth, don't let your feelings get hurt. What? You have such a don't you have the BDK to fall back on, man? You're not gonna be hurt. You know what I mean? You got all that you've been telling everybody you got. When you came in the chat and swear you wore a shirt that said, I am hung huge down there, guys. Everyone knows that's always the truth when you got to tell it to people. Guys, I have an entire children's leg down there for a Johnston, guys. That's and now he's mad. He's not doing a good job. Oh, poor Seth. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you want somebody in the chat to rub your back and tell you it's better, it's different and better than everyone else's. You know what I'm saying? Someone to grab you a napkin and wipe the drool from your blubbering lips. Oh, baby. Pussy ass nigga. You know, Seth, the sound of your piss, it sounds when it hits the urinal, it sounds feminine. You know what I'm saying, Seth? I'm just keeping it real. The sound of your piss hitting the urinal, Seth, it sounds feminine. You know, you gotta get that fixed, man. That's what's up. Po thing. You know what I'm saying? Sending you healing energy, Seth. You're gonna be okay. I hear they have pumps or pills for people that need them. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get you like a pump or some pills. And, you know what I mean? You too can, you know, Shit, Lord knows I need pills. I gotta get them damn pills, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I actually know a dude who exploded his own penis. You know what I mean? Trying to pump himself up. Pump, 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 pa! Blew that bitch, blew his whole dick off. He was trying to prepare for a date, yo. He was trying to, yeah, he pumped that motherfucker up before. Oh man, I don't know why that story made me laugh so hard, bro. So, all right, you guys, what time is it where you guys are at? You know what I'm saying? And where are you guys from? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I was in junior high or some shit, right? I think I was in middle school maybe. And this dude told me, he was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got this girl coming over tonight, man. What should I do? And I was like, shower? I don't know, nigga. Wear deodorant? Shit, nigga. Pick a movie? You know what I'm saying? He's like, no, you don't understand. You don't understand. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, that ain't something I can give you any advice on, bro. We was all virginity at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see this nigga for like 3 weeks, right? And I'm at the library one day. I'm at the school library. And this nigga come like walking in with a cast on his whole leg. And I was like, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, bro. This nigga had a cast on his penis. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. So, this nigga come walking in with a cast on his penis and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can see it through, like, his clothes and shit. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck, man? What happened, bro? What happened? And he was like, and you know the story is gonna be good when the first thing somebody say to you in regards to a story is, okay, look, I'm gonna tell you, you just gotta promise not to laugh. And I started laughing when I heard that. I was like, shit, nigga, okay, let me get my laugh out right now. Like, what happened? Let me get my laugh out right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. That's what's up. Just told him to watch the hub. I don't know. Huh? What's up, Miller? So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? What's up, entity? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Zayden? Yeah. All right, so, anyway, you know what I'm saying? Homie tells me, he's like, yeah, man, I had this date coming over, you know what I mean? And we were supposed to, like, kick it and stuff. So I was shaving my area down there. He started shaving his area and shit. You know what I'm saying? He said after he finished that, he had bought a pump off of, from like a sex store. And he started pumping his own shit. He started pumping it up, trying to, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how that shit works, bro. That's some scary shit. I ain't pumping no air into my gooch. Like, this nigga started pumping this shit up. And he pump, bah! Blew his own shit off. Had to call the ambulance. It was embarrassing because when she got there, she's the one who had to help call the ambulance for him. This nigga spent the whole time when the paramedics was there trying to hide the penis pump. Bro, rep my hood. What hood? You know what I'm saying? I'm from the suburbs, bro. You know what I'm saying? The only hood I know about, bro, is neighborhood, bro. Fatherhood. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only type of hood I know about. Robin Hood. I mean, I don't know. I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's the only type of hoods I know about. I don't know nothing about the. That's what's up. If a chick doesn't like my size, see ya. Hey, that works. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. There's other stuff you could do to make a chick get to where she need to get to if you ain't got what you want to have. You know what I'm saying? Just do what I do. Just grab a chick by the sides of her happy place and blow directly into her vagina. People think when they hear it, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, that's not going to feel good. Or I read on Google that could kill her, which just because it's true doesn't mean that it's not something that you should play around with in order, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do what you ain't supposed to get your girl where she need to be at. You know what I'm saying? Just blow directly into the pussy. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Just, my bad. Y'all don't deserve that, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't deserve that. Nah? That's some weird shit on YouTube. Finally, a normal YouTuber. What's really funny is I probably am like the most normal YouTuber you guys have run into. You know what I'm saying? I'm not using the penis pupper pills. I hate you guys. All right, you guys. If we reach 41 more in super chat, which will be 300 in super chat, I will unlock a crazy fight story. You know what I'm saying? We will unlock the story of the fight that got me put in jail for a year. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell that mug to y'all. You know what I'm saying? If we reach that mug in 5 minutes, I'm going to stay and tell you guys way more stories. You know what I'm saying? If we don't, I'm going to have to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. What happened to the chick I mooned? She lived. I don't know. I don't keep up on her because, she was an a-hole. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was it was this chick that was like real old and she was always talking a lot of crap and getting me and my family members like trying to pit us against each other and stuff. And then she kept sending my sister over to my crib to fight me. And I'm like, yo, every time she get to my crib, my sister would be saying a whole bunch of crazy shit. Like, yo, I heard that you said that I'm a loser and that you're going to beat me up and you could beat me in the fight. I'm like, yo, my sister's name is Tiffany. I'm like, nigga, Tiffany, when have I ever said something like that? Does that sound like me? Does that make any sense? And she's like, no, you don't ever say anything like that. That doesn't make any sense. I'm like, ta-da! You've been gaslit. She's gaslighting you. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, okay. Every 2 weeks, that chick would come to my crib. My sister would come to my crib with that. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to fight my sister. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to get tricked into any of that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? If somebody's going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, always trying to pit my sister and my friends against me, then, fuck them. So she showed up one day at my doorstep. I heard you been talking shit. You say you want to fight me. Let's fight right now. Come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And we end up, you know what I'm saying? So I follow her downstairs, and then she squares up and tries to fight me. I just turned around and mooned her. Mooned her right in front of everybody. I don't give a shit. Hilarious. No. Oh, look. And there is Pure Aesthetic trying to cast Harry Potter magic on us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nut. Nut. Understandable. Just saw a freaky drug addict clown shove a fucking butt plug up your nose. Up his own nose. I've seen too much. You have seen far too much, Ryan Brady. Where were you at to see that nastiness? The great Googa Mugga. Man, that's wildin'. That's wildin'. Yeah. That's what's up, Ryan Brady. All right, you guys, I'm about to get up out of this mug. You know what I'm saying? You guys have a great freaking night. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yeah. You guys have a nice night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. W's in the chat to the Mod Squad. We don't do religion, politics, or anything super duper creepy in the chat. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yeah, yeah. Y'all stay up. Great stream.